Chapter 61. Temple of the Gods. This is where the gods of the past generations lived. Now it is also desolate. It is tattered everywhere. It seems that no one has lived here for many years. Even Mr. Popo, the servant of the gods, disappeared without a trace. He may have been killed by androids 17 and 18. Swish! Suddenly, two figures appeared in the square of the Temple of the Gods. It turned out to be Son Gohan and future Trunks. The two used instant teleportation to come here. Where is this place? Trunks asked with a puzzled look. He looked around curiously. He had never been here before, and he didn't know that there was such a place on Earth. When the future time and space androids were born, Son Goku died of illness. Not long after Trunks got into trouble, Vegeta and others were also killed by androids one after another. The child Son Gohan could only live in hiding with Trunks. So it was not surprising that Trunks didn't know that there was such a place on Earth. This is the top of Karen Tower, where the gods of the past generations lived, the Temple of the Gods. There lives a servant of the gods, Mr. Popo. No one knows where he came from, but we know that Popo served several gods. It seems that the androids came here to destroy it, and Popo disappeared. Son Gohan explained it simply and clearly. He thought of the 7 or 8 days he spent with Mr. Popo in the main time and space. Now he just said it out of inspiration. Teacher Gohan, is there something strange here? Trunks asked curiously. He still didn't understand what Son Gohan meant by bringing him here. There is a good place to practice here. I don't know if it has been destroyed by the androids. Son Gohan is already familiar with this place. He explained as he walked towards the spirit time room. Trunks was also excited. Where is the good place that teacher Son Gohan said? I'm so looking forward to it. The two of them came to a quaint gate after many twists and turns and stopped. Fortunately, this place has not been destroyed. You are lucky. Son Gohan looked at the intact door of the spirit time house. He smiled proudly. Now there is only Trunks, a warrior in the future time and space. He hopes that the other party's combat power can be improved faster. In this way, the future time and space can be better protected. Teacher Gohan, what is so special about it? Trunks asked with a puzzled look. He read from Son Gohan's words that this is a holy place for cultivation. It is the spirit time house. Open this door, and there is another dimension inside. The time flow rate of the two spaces is different. 1 year inside is 1 day outside. And the gravity is 10 times heavier than outside. It is a holy place very suitable for cultivation. Son Gohan repeated the rules of the spirit time house. Trunks was very shocked. I didn't expect that there is such a holy place for cultivation on Earth. Bang! There was a muffled sound. Son Gohan made a move instantly and punched Trunks in the lower abdomen. Trunks was caught off guard and received a heavy punch in the lower abdomen. He looked at Son Gohan in disbelief, not expecting that the other party would actually attack him. Ugh! Trunks vomited a few mouthfuls of acid. The intestines in his lower abdomen seemed to be knotted, and the pain was unbearable. He held his stomach with both hands and his body was bent like a shrimp. Trunks, you have to remember this pain. It can make you stronger faster. Now you are the only warrior in this time and space. The enemies in the future will only become stronger and stronger. If you lose, then the entire Earth will once again fall into the same predicament as the androids. The people are displaced, living a dark life, and have to survive. Is this what you want? Son Gohan patted Trunks on the shoulder and said earnestly. He thought of the king of the Kaizamesu and Black Goku who appeared in the future time and space. Trunks rested for a while, and his lower abdomen finally got relief. We must work hard to become stronger and protect our homeland in the future. We must not let the Earth face another catastrophe. Trunks said with a firm face. Last time at Bayazai Mountain, the teacher said that there would be powerful enemies in the future. But when asked by teacher Gohan, he refused to say. He also said that the less he knew, the better. This is the second time he has warned himself. It seems that the enemy is too powerful, and the teacher is afraid that he will lose the confidence to live. That's good, the future world depends on you to protect it. If you encounter any difficulties in the future, remember to ask us for help in that time and space. Son Gohan said to Trunks. Teacher, do you know something? Please tell me, I can handle it. Trunks said sincerely. He really wants to know what kind of enemies will appear in the future. Well, you have to be mentally prepared. In the future, there will be a trainee Kai, Zamasu. There is also Zamasu who traveled through another time and space. He used the Super Dragon to exchange bodies with the Black Goku of the 7th universe, Son Goku. Both are Kai Zamasu, but they come from different time and space. They killed all the Kais, believing that humans only create violence and war and are not worth protecting, so they want to implement the Human Zero plan. In the future, they want to eliminate all humans on Earth. At the strong request of future Trunks, Gohan said all the enemies that will appear in the future. Kai, Zamasu. Immortal body, can recover no matter what kind of damage. They want to eliminate all humans on Earth. It's really crazy, they don't deserve to be a god at all. I will never let you succeed. Future Trunks clenched his fists and said with anger on his face. He completely believed what Son Gohan said. Because I traveled through the past time and space, that's why I found Son Gohan teacher. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. I told you just to hope you practice well and prepare for the future. When Zamasu appears, we will come to help. Son Gohan patted future Trunks on the shoulder and comforted him. Thank you, Teacher Gohan. I will work hard to practice and protect the future time and space in the future. Future Trunks said with a firm face. His character has been very tough over the years. After that, the two pushed open the ancient door and walked into the Spirit Time Room. Chapter 62. Future Spiritual Time Room. Ding, 1 million combat power attributes are dropped from the front. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Bang bang bang. In the sky, the sound of collision of forces continued to be heard. Waves of air dispersed in all directions. It turns out that Son Gohan used the 4-body fist to transform 4 of himself. They transform into 4 Super Saiyans at the same time and fight. Ordinary people's eyes cannot see their movements at all. Just hear the sound of force impact. The combat attributes on the ground fell all over the ground. Son Gohan uses the 4-body fists to collect combat attributes. And Trunks kept his fighting power to a minimum. Get used to the gravity in the spiritual time room here. Here he was sweating profusely doing some simple movements. Such as push-ups, one-arm push-ups. After 10 days of hard training, Trunks has completely overcome the gravity here. The daily life of the two is training and fighting. Bang bang bang. There was a fierce fight in the spiritual time room. 2 Super Saiyans flashed in the air. Every time they collide, there will be a terrifying wave of energy. Ding, 1 million combat power drops from the front. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Teacher Gohan, look at my magic flash. Trunks distanced himself and fired a powerful beam of energy at Son Gohan. Want to compete with me for energy? I'll stay with you till the end. Not to be outdone, Son Gohan sent out the same energy beam. If you want to fight against the Sun family, you are really wrong. Bang! The two energies collided instantly. A terrifying air wave spread throughout the space. The spiritual time room was shaken by it. Teacher Gohan, be careful. Trunks reminded him, outputting wildly. The largest energy beam instantly surged several times. You kid, if you have any skills, just use them. Son Gohan laughed and cursed. His increased energy output. The energy beam instantly pushed Trunks' beam back with overwhelming force. The huge energy beam slowly engulfed Super Sailor Trunks. Boom! The huge energy beam exploded instantly. A mushroom cloud rose into the sky. Where the explosion occurred, thick smoke billowed. A terrifying wave of air instantly dispersed in all directions. After a long time, the smoke and dust dispersed. Okay, great. Trunks' figure emerged. His clothes were in tatters and his body was shaking. He was covered in bruises and was still breathing heavily. Trunks instantly returned to normal. Bang! There was a loud noise, and as soon as his body relaxed, he fell to the ground. Trunks, are you okay? Son Gohan also returned to normal and came to Trunks' side. He squatted down and put his hands on the other person's body. A soft energy instantly entered Trunks' body. I'm fine. Trunks said weakly. He felt pain all over his body now. Suddenly, Trunks felt a very comfortable energy coming from Son Gohan's palm. He couldn't help but groan. The injuries on his body are healing rapidly at a speed visible to the naked eye. What? I have completely recovered from my injuries. And the combat effectiveness has been greatly improved. Teacher Gohan, your ability is amazing. It's like a mobile version of fairy beans. Trunks quickly revived with full health. Standing up from the ground, I felt the condition of my body. He said with excitement. He, you are just a talkative kid, not as exaggerated as you said. This is just a healing ability. Son Gohan laughed and cursed. This pussy is very cool to pretend to be. Pick them all up. Son Gohan thought silently in his mind. The combat power attributes on the ground poured into his limbs and bones crazily. Trunks and Son Gohan not only practice but also fight. Cultivation has no time, spring passes and autumn comes, and 2 years have passed in the blink of an eye. Son Gohan is now 10 years old. His height grew to about 1.5 meters. The facial features are more defined, and there is a bunch of sharp bangs on the forehead. When the gas explodes, the body will emit a large amount of strong white-silver gas. The last time I went to Turtle Immortal Island with Son Goku to visit Turtle Immortal, I was already 4 years old. He practiced in the spiritual time rooms of main time and space and future time and space for a total of 4 years. He trained with Piccolo for another year. After defeating Frieza, he returned to Earth for another year. Bang bang bang! The sounds of fighting kept coming from the sky. Teacher Gohan, I didn't expect that in the past 2 years, I couldn't beat your normal state. Trunks said with a shocked look on his face. With the guidance and help of Son Gohan, he has successfully broken through to Super Saiyan 2. But now, Super Saiyan 2, Trunks has no way to beat the normal Son Gohan. Ha ha ha, I have a good character and my practice is making rapid progress. Son Gohan said with a proud smile. In the past 2 years, apart from fighting Trunks, it is to use the 4-body fist to transform into 4 identical Super Saiyans to fight. The combat effectiveness attributes collected this year cannot be measured with data at all. Son Gohan can now match Trunks Super 2 even without transforming. He has also successfully broken through to Super Saiyan 3. Judging from his combat power, he would have no problem breaking through to Super Saiyan 4. However, breaking through to Super 4 means turning into a gorilla. His fear of turning into a gorilla led him to a violent state. If you kill Trunks and destroy this place, you'll be in trouble. So Son Gohan has never dared to try. Now no one knows where the limit of Son Gohan's fighting power is. Pervert, look at me! Trunks cursed angrily before launching a violent attack. The energy bombs seemed to be free of charge. Crazy blast towards Son Gohan. Ha ha ha, this trick doesn't work for me. Son Gohan's body turned left and jumped left and right. His body was flashing, and his appearance was a punch to Trunks' back. It's here. Trunks didn't turn around and was knocked back with an elbow. Bang! There was a wave of energy between the two of them. Trunks, your reaction is quite good. Son Gohan praised without hesitation. After 2 years of hard training, the two of them have made very rapid progress. The battle between the two will not be able to tell the winner for a while. In the past 2 years of fighting, everyone knows each other's tricks. Let's go out first. You must know how to combine work and rest. There is also a drawback of the spiritual time room, which is that each person can only practice for 2 years. When the time comes, the door will be closed forever, and you will be trapped inside without being able to get out. However, as long as you are strong enough, you can break through the Chi-Yuan space and come out. Son Gohan explained as he opened the door to the spiritual time room. This is just in the anime, Gotenks wants to trap Majin Buu in the spirit time room. However, Majin Buu's roar forcefully broke out the air source space. Work and rest? I understand. If it is powerful, it can break the energy space of the spiritual time house. Very good. Trunks followed closely behind. Hearing Son Goku's words, he looked excited. Trunks, get out of here. Call your mother and build me a time machine too. Son Gohan then had a bold idea. He said to Trunks. Chapter 63. Bun Mountain. Gohan, I haven't seen you in 2 days. Why do you seem to have grown so much? And his appearance has become more handsome. Kikai said with surprise when she saw Son Gohan. It turns out that Son Gohan and Trunks came out of the spiritual time room. So everyone went back to their own homes to find their own mothers. Is there any? I think it's about the same. Maybe it's because my mother hasn't seen me in the past 2 days. Son Gohan fooled him by saying something casually. I really don't want Kikai to worry too much. Hehe, maybe so. Mom is so happy to see you. Kikai said with a happy face. She was very happy to see her dead son again. Son Gohan has not been at home these 2 days. Kikai felt empty in her heart, feeling worried about gains and losses. If Gohan went back to his time and space, he would be alone. Then a bold idea suddenly appeared in her mind. Follow Son Gohan back to his time and space. That way, I can be with my son forever. Gohan, actually. Kikai looked at Son Gohan in front of her and hesitated to speak. She said with an embarrassed look on her face. Mom, are you worried about something? Son Gohan saw the embarrassed look on Kikai's face. He couldn't help but ask. Gohan, I've been thinking about this for the past 2 days. Can you take me with you when you go back to that time and space? I am so sad in this time and space. I used to often think, otherwise I would have died with you and Goku. Lest a person be helpless here and live alone. Now that I see you from the past time and space, I have renewed hope for life. I want to live with you all over again. Kikai finally boldly said what had been bothering her for the past 2 days. After she said it, she looked anxiously at her son Gohan's reaction. Of course there is no problem with this. As long as you like it, we will go back together then. Son Gohan didn't think about Kikai's future time and space and thought about the past time and space. But I feel relieved when I think about it. It was not easy to see his son resurrected from the dead, although he came from the previous time and space. But he is always his son. No mother doesn't want to be with her son. What's more, I couldn't always accompany my mother in that time and space. My father, Son Goku, is another crazy practitioner. It would be a good idea to bring Kikai from the future time and space to the main time and space. The two mothers take care of and accompany each other. Just like in anime, can't the two all kings of the main time and space and the future time and space play together? He felt that the two mothers could get along peacefully. Really? That's great. But my youth is gone. Will Goku dislike me? Chi-Chi didn't expect Gohan to agree so quickly. The tears in his eyes couldn't stop flowing down. There's no better news than this. But she thought about her age. Hey, how could Dad dislike you? Bring him another wife, maybe he can wake up laughing at night. The problem of youth is nothing to worry about. Mom, have you forgotten that dragons existed in our time and space? Son Gohan said calmly. Now the two time spaces have become independent entities and do not affect each other. Even if Kikai travels to the past, history will not be changed. Ha ha ha. Dad's son Goku probably doesn't have any objections either. Find him a mother, and he can be hugged on both sides. That is really a blessing for everyone. You should also retire and enjoy your time at home. Yeah, how could I forget this? You brat, you only make fun of me. Kikai's mood suddenly became cheerful. She is now looking forward to returning to the previous time and space to live with Goku and his son. Time flies. A year flies by in the blink of an eye. Kikai packed her luggage and teleported to Bulma's house with Son Gohan. What? Kikai, do you plan to go back to his time and space with Gohan? Bulma was a little surprised when he heard the news. He admired Kikai for being so bold and open-minded. If it were me, I might not be able to live as freely as she does, and do whatever I want. But think about Kikai, she has nothing to worry about in this time and space. Her husband and son are both dead, but Kikai is still alive and strong. Now I'm finally coming through. Yeah, I've thought about it very clearly. In this time and space, I have lost everything. Now I finally have a chance to start over, and I don't want to let it go. Kikai's eyes were bright and full of desire for life. Aunt Bulma, how about we go back together? Son Gohan said jokingly when he saw Bulma. You brat, I'm not as bold as your mother. Bulma cursed with a smile on his face. She still has Trunks as a spiritual support in this time and space. Not as carefree as Kikai. This is your time machine's universal capsule and Dragon Ball radar. Come over and play when you have time. Bulma gave 2 things to Son Gohan. Anyway, the Dragon Ball radar is no longer needed in this time and space. Maybe Kikai will be useful in that time and space. Aunt Bulma is still thoughtful. Son Gohan took the things and smiled. He threw out a universal capsule. Bang! With a sound, a time machine suddenly appeared. Son Gohan and Kikai got into the time machine together. Teacher Gohan, let me teach you how to operate. Future Trunks said to Son Gohan. He flew to Son Gohan and introduced to him the functions and operations of the time machine. Soon Son Gohan understood the details behind this. The time is now set, as long as you press this button. The time machine will travel through time and space and return to the previous time and space. Future Trunks said to the red button. He has now introduced all the functions of this machine. Bulma, Trunks, take care of yourself. We're back. If you have any difficulties, just come to me. Son Gohan and Kikai said. Soon the time machine slowly took off. Take care of yourself. Gohan-sensei, I will miss you. Bulma and Trunks waved their hands to the 2 people in the time machine and said. Call out. Suddenly disappeared into the future time and space. Main time and space. Suddenly a time machine appeared in the sky. It slowly landed. The hatch slowly opened, and 2 people jumped out. Mom, we're here. Son Gohan took Kikai's hand and came down from the time machine and said. He felt this familiar atmosphere. This aura is Son Gohan. I haven't seen him for a year, and his aura has become so powerful again. At this time, the Earth Dragon Ball warriors also felt Son Gohan's aura. Piccolo, Krillin, and others who were scattered all over the place all looked towards one place. This aura is Gohan's return. I didn't expect his aura to be so powerful. Son Goku also had a smile on his face. This is my son. Gohan, let's go find the Dragon Balls first. I don't want Goku to see me like this. Kikai said with a look of expectation and some worry. She didn't want to leave a bad impression in front of everyone. Okay, let me see where the Dragon Balls are. Son Gohan put away the time machine. Take out the Dragon Ball radar and see where the Dragon Balls are. Mom, I found it. I'll carry you on my back and set off. Son Gohan bent down and said to Kikai. He knew that Kikai didn't know how to perform air dance at all. Call out. The 2 disappeared in an instant. With the Dragon Ball radar, Son Gohan and Kikai quickly found the Dragon Ball. The 2 gathered the 7 Dragon Balls together, summoned the dragon and made a wish. In the future, Kikai will always be young and eternal. Chapter 64. Bun Mountain. Son Gohan and Kikai, who regained his youth in the future, used teleportation to return home. When Kikai in the main time and space saw Son Gohan and Kikai in the future time and space, the 2 looked at each other for several seconds. Ahem, cough, cough, let me explain this. Son Gohan quickly explained the whole story to Kikai and Son Goku, who controlled the time and space. After hearing this, Kikai, who was in the main space and time, also sympathized with herself in the future time and space. Finally they all decided to live together. Son Goku is so carefree that it doesn't matter. He just wants to practice now and defeat the artificial man when the time comes. Gohan, it's great to have you back. Let's fight. Son Goku said with excitement. His hands itch when he sees a master who is better than him. No problem, as long as you are happy. Son Gohan said with a smile on his face. He knows Son Goku's character, he just likes to fight. The 2 of them flew into the air and flew in the other direction. They all know that they have to leave home to fight. Otherwise, if you are not careful, your home will be destroyed. Kikai from the future and Kikai from the main time and space looked at the direction they left with happy smiles. Then they both went inside and started chatting. Kikai, who controls time and space, is curious about what will happen in the future. Only then will my future self live alone. This desolate mountain. Ah! Son Goku's body began to aerate. A terrifying aura spread in all directions. Golden arrogance erupted from his body. His hair and eyebrows turned yellow, and his light blue eyes became sharp. Gohan, how are you? I can become a Super Saiyan too. After Son Goku turned into a Super Saiyan, he said with a stern expression. The meaning is very obvious, come on and praise me. Super Saiyan, pretty good. Son Gohan was not surprised at all when he saw Son Goku transform into a Super Saiyan. If it weren't for his own appearance, he would have been able to transform on planet Namek. It's still 2 full years before he can transform into a Super Saiyan. Dad, come and see my strength. Son Gohan's face showed a beautiful curve. The aura of his body was rising steadily, and soon exceeded the aura of Super Sailor Son Goku. Son Gohan's current form is the same as the one in the anime where the old Kaishin helped Son Gohan unleash his potential. Now he doesn't have to transform at all and can fight Trunks in Super 2 form. This power belongs to Son Goku and his son. It's so scary, can Goku also become a Super Saiyan? Earth's warrior Clan and others all felt these 2 terrifying auras. They looked at one place. Okay, great. Gohan, don't you have to be so scary now that you become a Super Saiyan? Son Goku saw that his son was so terrifying without the need to transform. He was very excited. Gohan, I'm coming. Super Sailor Son Goku is full of fighting spirit. He reminded him, and his body suddenly disappeared. Dad, just let the horse come over. Let me see how much progress you have made in the past 2 years. Son Gohan said with confidence. Putting on the fighting mode, he felt the movement around him with a vigilant expression. I'm here. Son Goku's voice sounded. His body suddenly appeared on Son Gohan's left side, and he punched out. Boom! The 2 exchanged punches. Son Gohan stood still, as if there were roots under his feet. Instead, Son Goku was knocked back by a huge impact. Ding! 1 million combat power attributes are dropped. Dad, you are a little weak. Son Gohan saw Son Goku being knocked back dozens of meters. He said with a smile. He, I didn't expect that your brat's combat effectiveness would improve so quickly after not seeing him for a year. Son Goku was not angry and just praised his son. Then he continued to rush towards Son Gohan. Hit, hit, hit. Son Goku ducked in front of Son Gohan and delivered crazy punches one after another. Dad, you could do some good. This speed is quite slow. Son Gohan dodges left and right, easily neutralizing Son Goku's attack. He teased while dodging. Impossible, I've already transformed into a Super Saiyan. This way I won't be able to hit you. The speed of Son Goku's hand reaches the extreme. But it seems to have no effect at all. Nothing is impossible. Are you the only one who has made progress? Now it's my turn to attack. Son Gohan is now in normal condition, and even Super 2 can fight against him. Super 1 Son Goku is like a child in front of him. His voice just fell. Boom! With a muffled sound, Son Goku felt severe pain in his lower abdomen. Wow, he spat out a mouthful of bitter water and held his stomach with both hands. His body was arched like a shrimp because of the pain. The body has also returned to normal. Dad, are you okay? Let me treat you. Son Gohan came to Son Goku and treated him. He couldn't control his strength for a moment. In the blink of an eye, after treatment, Son Goku was fully revived. His injuries were also completely healed. Gohan, I didn't expect your fighting power to be so strong. I couldn't even withstand a single punch from you. I must work harder to practice. Son Goku was not angry at all, his eyes were full of determination. His mind was now full of practice. Son Goku thought that after breaking through the Super Saiyan, he could fight with Son Gohan. He didn't expect Gohan's fighting power to grow so fast. After this battle, the 2 returned to Baizai Mountain. The family lived happily. Future Chi-Chi has told Chi-Chi of the main time and space everything that happened in the future time and space. Because she forced the future son Gohan to study in the future time and space, and didn't let him practice. That led to her son's arm being broken by the android, and finally died in the hands of the other party. Therefore, Chi-Chi of the future time and space will regret that she stopped Son Gohan from practicing. Otherwise, the future time and space will not be reduced to being controlled by the android. Now Chi-Chi has no other requirements for Son Gohan, and no longer forces him to study. Time flies. 1 year has passed. Son Gohan and his family lived happily for a year. Hello, Son Gohan, I am North Kai. I am communicating with you through my mind now. Son Gohan, who was far away on Earth, suddenly heard the voice of North Kai. North Kai can talk to anyone directly through his mind, no matter where that person is. And in the Majin Buu arc, Son Goku wanted to condense the spirit bomb to destroy Majin Buu. North Kai can also use his mind to talk to people on the entire earth, and can also let what others say reach everyone's ears. King Kai, what do you want to talk to me about? Son Gohan was a little surprised that North Kai would call him. Now there is a Super Saiyan in the universe of the South Realm that keeps destroying the planet. Ding, drop the mind communication attribute. In the near future, it will endanger the universe of our North World. I would like to ask you to solve this matter. Lord Kai, who was far away on the North Kai planet, said with a worried look on his face. He knew that Son Gohan was powerful and would definitely be able to solve this matter. Just as King Kai was speaking, a system prompt sounded in Son Gohan's mind. Chapter 65, Super Saiyan, Broly. Earth. No problem, I'm going to go check it out now. Son Gohan agreed. There is a scene in the anime where Son Goku is forced by Chi-Chi to apply for a job in a suit. As a result, when I was applying for the job, I got a phone call from the king of the North Kaido saying that the universe was in danger. Son Goku used teleportation to disappear. This caused Kikai to lose control and curse on the spot. Then I'll thank you on behalf of the universe. After saying this, the king of the North Kai ended the phone. Pick up. Son Gohan was overjoyed. I didn't expect that this phone call from the king of the North would yield unexpected results. Son Gohan used the spiritual communication just picked up by the system to tell his family. He wanted to go outside for a walk. Son Gohan flew to the universe and began to sense the breath of other planets. As if he was looking for something. Call out. Son Gohan's figure suddenly disappeared into the universe. On an unknown planet. The branches here are lush and full of life. It is a very habitable planet. Brush. Son Gohan's body suddenly appeared on this planet. He felt the breath of this planet and found that there was no human breath here. There are only some animals, and it seems that this place has not been developed by humans. This is indeed a nice planet. Son Gohan nodded with a smile. Once again the body disappears from this planet. He seemed to be plotting something. On another planet. Ah! A young man holding his head in pain. A terrifying and domineering aura constantly emanated from his body. No, Broly can't control his body power again. Paragus heard Broly yell. He quickly rushed over and pressed the remote control in his hand. Crackling. The golden band around Broly's neck sent out a strong electric current. Under the strong current, he was shocked to the point of collapse. As a result, the power in the body will slowly dissipate. He slowly stood up from the ground. The normal Broly has a dull, frail look. Probably the reason why it is now controlled by Paragus. Broly has always followed the path laid out for him by his father. As long as he disobeys even a little bit, he will press the remote control to shock him. Broly became Paragus' revenge tool. He is not very strong, with long arms and legs, and is over 2 meters tall. The upper body is naked and equipped with golden wristbands and necklaces. This is what Paragus asked scientists to tailor-make for Broly. He just wanted to harness this terrifying power within the opponent's body for his own use. Paragus wanted revenge. Although King Vegeta died, his son Vegeta was still there. He has been searching for Vegeta with Broly for the past few years. Prince Vegeta was born with a combat power of just over 1000. As for Broly, his combat power reached over 10,000 just after he was born. Son Goku was born together with Broly, and his combat power is 2. The two were right next door, and Broly's powerful aura scared Son Goku to tears. It was because Son Goku disturbed him in his sleep when he was a child. So when Broly grows up, his temper will become violent when he hears Son Goku's voice. Because Broly was so powerful when he was born, King Vegeta was afraid that he would lose his throne in the future. King Vegeta secretly killed Broly along with his father Paragus. But when Frieza suddenly attacked, King Vegeta hurriedly threw the bodies of the two father and son in the garbage. I never expected that neither Broly nor his son would be completely dead. When Frieza, the Emperor of the Universe, destroyed planet Vegeta, Broly came back to life from the brink of death and escaped from planet Vegeta with Paragus. Although it is said that Saiyans can become Super Saiyans through their own training. But Broly is a Super Saiyan who only appears once every 1000 years. His power is innate and he doesn't need to practice at all. As you grow older, your combat power will also increase, and you will naturally grow into a Super Saiyan. But Broly has not been trained and cannot control the violent fighting power in his body. So he would often lose his mind and turn into a Super Saiyan who only destroys. As long as Broly goes crazy, the whole planet will suffer. Praga wants to use this power to dominate the entire universe. So he asked scientists to tailor-made equipment for Broly to control Broly. Paragas only wants Broly to disobey him. He would press the remote control in his hand and abuse Broly. Brush. Son Gohan's body suddenly appeared on this planet. Who are you? Paragas saw Son Gohan appear and looked at Son Gohan in shock. Unexpectedly, this person suddenly appeared here without any warning. The weak Broly didn't know what was going on. Someone suddenly appeared here. He felt that the person in front of him was a little familiar. But he was sure he had never seen this person. Come with me. In a flash, Son Gohan grabbed the weak Broly and disappeared. No. Things happened in a flash of lightning. Before Paragas could even react, Broly was captured. He could only shout angrily at the sky. But it was just in vain. If Broly is lost, it means that his dream will be gone forever. On another planet, this is the place that Son Gohan had just explored. This planet has not been discovered by anyone yet, and it is very suitable for fighting. Swish! Suddenly, two people suddenly appeared here. That's right, they are Son Gohan and Broly who used instant teleportation. Who are you? Have we met somewhere before? Broly broke free from Son Gohan's hand and asked with a vigilant look. Hello, Broly. Let me introduce myself. My name is Son Gohan. Kakarot's son. Son Gohan looked at Broly with interest. Is this the legendary Super Saiyan? In the anime, Broly becomes the legendary Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan Son Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Son Gohan, Piccolo and others all fought together and could not beat him. It can be seen how terrifying the legendary Super Saiyan that only appears once 1,000 years is. Kakarot. The sound of a child crying appeared in Broly's mind, and the breath on his body kept rising. He kept repeating Kakarot's name. As expected, just like in the anime, Broly would go berserk when he heard Kakarot. Son Gohan was not surprised at all, he just wanted this effect. Broly's existence has always been a bomb, and it is unknown when it will explode. Kakarot! Broly yelled. Now without Paragas' remote control to activate the current, Broly went berserk. The terrifying and violent fighting power in his body kept pouring out. The device on his neck exploded instantly. Broly's body muscles swelled up, and he instantly turned into a muscular man. The stones on the ground were suspended one after another. When they reached a certain level, they turned into powder and scattered with the wind. The ground could not withstand this powerful force. Cracks spread out, and they were bottomless. The sky was covered with dark clouds, lightning, and thunder. The whole planet was shaking. A grass-green aura burst out from Broly. His black hair also instantly turned grass-green. Kakarot! Broly turned into the legendary Super Saiyan. A terrifying aura rose into the sky. He was now in a rampage state and had completely lost his mind. Chapter 66, Obtaining the Legendary Super Saiyan Bloodline. Boom! Broly's feet exerted force, and the ground sank instantly. He rushed towards Son Gohan. Come on! Son Gohan showed no weakness. A strong aura erupted from his body. The ground also sank instantly, showing how terrifying the fighting power of both sides was. Boom! The two of them collided with each other, and a strong impact swept in all directions. A large deep pit sank instantly on the ground. The two of them wrestled with each other instantly. Bang bang bang! Ding! 1 million combat attribute dropped. Combat attribute plus 1 million. As the two fought, Son Gohan's mind system kept prompting. The legendary Super Saiyan is really powerful. Son Gohan's current normal state can fight against Super Saiyan 2 Future Trunks on PAR. But Broly can actually fight against him now. The two of them instantly exchanged hundreds of moves, from the ground to the sky. The sound of power collision kept coming from the air. Broly punched through Son Gohan's body with one punch. But there was no bleeding or injury, instead, the opponent's body slowly disappeared. It turned out to be just an afterimage. Boom! Son Gohan's body suddenly appeared behind Broly. He kicked the opponent away with a sweeping kick. Boom! Broly's body was blown into a mountain. Kakarot! Broly roared. A powerful impact force burst out, and the whole mountain instantly became nothing. He was in a rampage state, and now he was basically a fighting machine. Boom! Broly was now like a mad bull, completely crazy. In his hands, grass-green energy bombs kept condensing. He just bombed Son Gohan randomly. Yaha! Son Gohan instantly turned into Super Saiyan 1. He rushed towards Broly. The energy bombs thrown were shot away by him left and right. Boom boom boom! There were explosions everywhere on the ground. Son Gohan rushed to Broly and punched him. Bang! With a loud bang, his fist hit the opponent. Ding! Combat attribute dropped 1 million. Combat attribute plus 1 million. Broly's body was like a kite with a broken string, flying to another place. Son Gohan appeared in front of him with a teleportation. Boom! Another kick kicked Broly into the air. Crazy Death Ray Net. Son Gohan used Frieza's special move. Both hands emitted countless death beams, which condensed into a net to restrict the opponent's actions. The body would be injured if it touched. This move consumes a lot of energy. But when Son Gohan was in the future time and space, with the help of the system, he picked up the attribute of infinite energy of the android. So now Son Gohan doesn't care about consuming energy at all. Ah! Broly's heart-wrenching screams kept coming from the air. He was like a trapped beast, struggling madly. But as long as his body touched the net, he would be hurt. Kakarot! Broly would be injured every time he struggled. Now his body was covered with wounds. His aura surged again. It seemed that Broly's body strength had been suppressed by the equipment on his neck for too long. Now without the suppression of the equipment, his body would break through the limit again. The whole planet was shaking violently. The dark clouds in the sky were shrouded, and they must have been waving constantly. The sea water poured back, as if the end of the world had come. There were bottomless cracks on the ground. Ding! Super Bloodline dropped. At this time, the system prompt sounded in Son Gohan's mind. He was overjoyed. Pick them all up. Son Gohan said subconsciously. The combat power attribute and the super bloodline attribute poured into his body. The legendary Super Saiyan is quite terrifying. The legendary Super Saiyan and the ordinary Super Saiyan are completely incomparable. There is a section in the anime where Broly transforms into the legendary Super Saiyan. He stood there with his hands folded across his chest and was beaten by the Super Saiyan Son Goku and Piccolo. But the two of them were just like scraping him, and did not cause any harm to him at all. In the end, Broly pinched one in each hand and pressed the two to the ground. Prince Vegeta, who always regarded himself as arrogant, was trembling with fear when he saw Broly's operation after he became the legendary Saiyan. He completely gave up resistance and fell into despair. It was Piccolo who scolded Vegeta and even pressed him to the ground. Finally, he successfully pulled Vegeta back from his decadence. Broly's Super 1 form can beat Son Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Son Gohan, 4 Super Saiyans, and Piccolo from Namek. Legendary Super Broly completely pressed them to the ground. It can be seen how terrifying the legendary Super Saiyan is. Son Gohan also merged the super blood that the system had just picked up. He felt that his physique was slowly changing. It was said that the legendary Super Saiyan that only appears once in 1,000 years. Boom! Son Gohan couldn't wait to channel this power out of his body. He gave up using the death beam net to deal with Broly. He stood in a horse stance and clenched his fists. A terrifying power surged out of Son Gohan's body. The golden flame slowly turned into a grass-green flame. His hair, eyebrows, and even eyeballs turned grass-green. Is this the legendary power of the Super Saiyan? No wonder one can beat 3 or 4 ordinary Super Saiyans. This power is really too terrifying. He felt that he did not lose his mind because of this terrifying power. Now Son Gohan is a time traveler, and he has not become violent and warlike. It seems that it is natural for him to become a Super Saiyan. Maybe his ordinary physique can already transform into Super Saiyan 3. So his physique has become extremely strong. His body can already withstand the terrifying power brought by the Super Saiyan bloodline. Son Gohan continued to break through to the second stage of Super Saiyan. He wanted to see where his limit was. The grass-green flames turned into a spray, and the breath also surged several times. Son Gohan seemed to be familiar with the process and turned into super transmission form 2. The grass-green flames turned into a spray, and there were a few lightning bolts hanging on it. From time to time, the sound of lightning crackling could be heard. The power of this super transmission form 2 is really terrifying. This form should be countered by the normal form 3. It seems that the super transmission Super Saiyan form can fight against the normal Super Saiyan. He felt the surging power in his body. King Kai Planet. When King Kai saw that Son Gohan had also turned into a super transmission form, he was also secretly smacking his tongue. Is this the true strength of Son Gohan? This kid can bring surprises to people every time they meet. Where is his limit? With Son Gohan here, the entire universe is safe. King Kai never expected that such a powerful human would appear in his jurisdiction. He nodded proudly. On the battlefield. Oh! Kakarot! At this time, Broly roared. He finally transformed into Super Saiyan 2. His fighting power has doubled. The grass-green flames turned into a spray with lightning. His aura became extremely strong. Broly's injuries seemed to have healed. He looked at Son Gohan with a ferocious face. Chapter 67. On the battlefield. Broly is now like a violent machine. In addition to fighting, he destroys. Crackling. The aura on his body occasionally makes the sound of lightning. Broly directly releases countless gas bombs to cause all-round high-intensity attacks. Grass-green energy bombs instantly formed densely in the sky. He waved his hand and the energy bombs blasted towards Son Gohan. A trifle. Son Gohan saw the dense energy bombs coming. The protective shield on his body instantly opened. Boom boom boom. The dense energy bombs were all blocked outside by the energy shield. Son Gohan's energy shield is like a copper wall. Hundreds and thousands of energy bombs can't break it. Instead, the explosion of the energy bombs creates billowing smoke. Broly has completely lost his mind now. He smiled evilly at the billowing smoke. Son Gohan is now also Super Form 2, and he simply ignores the attack of the energy bombs. It's my turn to attack now. The smoke cleared, revealing Gohan's figure. He was fine, and the protective shield disappeared. Gohan smiled at Broly. Then his body disappeared. Kakarot. Broly is now a ferocious beast, and Gohan is his prey. Now that his prey has disappeared, his body bursts with a strong aura. Bang! Gohan's body suddenly appeared in front of Broly. He punched the opponent. Broly's body flew out like a kite with a broken string. He, it seems that I hit too hard. It seems that I have to slowly get familiar with this terrifying power. Gohan chased him at high speed. Broly forced himself to adjust his posture to stabilize his flying figure. He rushed over to Gohan, who was flying over, without showing any weakness. Bang bang bang! Both of them are in Super Form 2, and their combat power is terrifying. Ding! Combat power plus 1 million. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. The system prompts kept ringing in Son Gohan's mind. He now regarded Broly as his sparring partner. Let himself get familiar with the violent power of the super form. Broly's sandbag-sized fist slammed. Son Gohan clenched his fists and crossed them in front of his chest. Bang! The huge impact force knocked Son Gohan away. It must be said that the Super Saiyan of Super Transmission is so terrifying. Broly took advantage of the victory and chased after Son Gohan with his body. It's over, right? Son Gohan turned 360 degrees and removed the impact force on his body. His eyes shot out two beams of light and blasted Broly, who was flying over. But Broly dodged with a strange body movement. His speed did not slow down. Oh, it seems that the learning ability of the super form is quite abnormal. Gohan was also very surprised to see Broly avoiding his light eyes. If the opponent cannot sense the breath, he can't escape this disaster at all. Look at my crazy death beam. Gohan's fingers pointed at Broly, who was flying towards him, and output a burst of energy. One after another, the energy beams kept hitting the opponent's body. Boom boom boom. Soon, thick smoke billowed. Gohan fired 1,000 or so death beams and stopped attacking. He felt that Broly's breath had not decreased at all. The thick smoke dissipated. Broly's figure appeared. It turned out that he had opened the protective shield just now. So this little energy attack had no effect on him at all. I didn't expect this guy to have a strong learning ability. He can even use the protective shield. Broly looked at Son Gohan with angry eyes and was about to rush over. This is a tough guy. Now I am familiar with my strength. Your mission is also completed. Son Gohan had no intention of playing anymore. He rushed towards Broly. Boom! The fists of the two collided. A terrible impact force instantly spread in all directions. The ground turned over as if it had been plowed. Broly's body flew back. It's not over yet, die for me. Son Gohan was already very familiar with this breath. There was no need to show mercy. He flashed and appeared above Broly, and stepped down. Broly's body was stepped on by Son Gohan. Boom! A huge deep pit appeared on the ground instantly. Ah! Broly once again burst out with a strong momentum. Cracks on the ground spread instantly. He rushed into the air towards Son Gohan. Ahem, Broly, you're like an indestructible cockroach. Magic Flash! Son Gohan used an energy attack on Broly who was rushing towards him. Now Broly has completely lost his mind. Because he has never practiced, he has no way to control the violent power in his body. Now he has been dominated by power and turned into a robot that can only fight. Just like a mad beast. Kakarot. Broly saw a huge beam of light coming towards him. He roared, and a huge beam of light condensed in his hand and flew out. Boom! The two huge beams of light collided with each other. The ground could not withstand the impact of these two forces. Cracks spread and were bottomless. The planet was shaking. Go to hell, Broly! Son Gohan's energy beam suddenly increased several times. Broly gritted his teeth, and his face looked very hideous. He output frantically, but it didn't help. The huge energy beam instantly swallowed Broly. Kakarot! His strong body was slowly melted by the energy. Only an angry shout was left. From then on, the Super Saiyan Broly disappeared from this universe forever. Son Gohan also removed the Super Saiyan form on his body. Yeah, we won. The legendary Saiyan form is really powerful. King Kai of the North, who was far away on the North Kai planet, was terrified when he saw the whole battle. Fortunately, we have a strong man like Son Gohan in the North Galaxy, otherwise the whole universe would be in trouble. Broly is like a time bomb. If he is not killed, sooner or later the universe of the North Galaxy will be destroyed by Broly. King Kai of the North looked at Son Gohan and nodded with satisfaction. He also used telepathy to call Son Gohan to thank him. Pick them all up. Son Gohan said silently in his heart. The combat power attribute was madly integrated into his body. The combat power data on the personal attribute panel soared wildly. Now the combat data dropped is calculated in millions. Chapter 68. The Birth of the Artificial Man. Earth. After Son Gohan destroyed Broly, he returned to Earth and lived happily with his family. He did not inherit the competitive character of the Saiyans. But the time of happiness is short-lived. A year passed in the blink of an eye. A small town in the south. There is a high mountain not far from the town. It's 8 o'clock now. Why haven't the androids appeared yet? Gohan, is the information wrong? Yeah, my fists are so horny. Except for Vegeta, all the Dragon Ball fighters of Earth are gathered together. Yamuti, Tianjin Rice, Dumplings, Krillin, Piccolo, and Son Goku are all gearing up. Everyone looked at Son Gohan with excitement and nervousness. Because 3 years of hard work depends on today's results. They are martial artists who like to challenge their own limits. Among all the people, only Son Gohan has been to the future time and space. Only his strength is the strongest. So everyone's eyes were focused on Son Gohan. The information is correct. The android is a robot, so it doesn't emit breath at all. We are searching separately now. If we encounter artificial humans, please don't fight. I will use teleportation to rush over to support as soon as possible. Son Gohan knew that numbers 19 and 20 were coming out now. Both of them are robots. Robot. No wonder I can't sense it. Then we'll listen to Gohan. Everyone has found it, don't fight, wait for support. After hearing Son Gohan's explanation, everyone suddenly realized. It turns out that the androids are robots. Whoosh! Everyone flew towards the town. Soon everyone flew to the town and separated to look for the artificial people. Son Gohan was observing everyone's aura fluctuations. As long as there is any abnormality, he can use teleportation to rush over. Half an hour later, the smell of Yamcha dropped rapidly. The corners of Son Gohan's mouth curled up slightly. His body suddenly disappeared from where it was. Brush! Son Gohan's body appeared out of thin air in front of the androids and Yamcha. Woohoo! Seeing Son Gohan's appearance, Yamcha's eyes were filled with the desire to survive. He thought he was going to die. Unexpectedly, Son Gohan could really feel his breath passing away rapidly. It turned out that Yamcha's body was hugged from behind by an old android man. The old man covered Yamcha's mouth with one hand to prevent him from making a cry for help. Another hand was taking away his energy. The old man's clothes were marked with the Red Ribbon Legion. Dr. Gro, get your dirty hands off! Son Gohan's figure flashed and appeared beside the two of them. A grappler grabbed the android's hand and pulled hard. Bang! The entire robotic arm of the android was torn off by Son Gohan. Dr. Gero was originally a human being, but he wanted to have eternal life and a strong body. He first made a mechanical body, and then extracted his memory from the physical body. It is poured into this mechanical body through a machine. And thus have eternal life. Damn it, you brat! Dr. Gero said with a ferocious expression. There was some engine oil coming out of his arm. Because he is a robot, he does not feel pain. Yamcha seized the opportunity and hit the android in the chest with an elbow. Bang! The android's body was knocked several meters away before it stopped. Thank you, Gohan. Yamcha felt like she had escaped from death. If it hadn't been for Son Gohan's appearance just now, he might have been in trouble. Damn humans, I will never let you go. Dr. Gero said angrily. Unexpectedly, an arm was broken as soon as they met. The more he thought about it, the angrier and aggrieved he became. Damn it! It seems that it is impossible to win against this group of people without waking up the sleeping number 17 and number 18. But the two guys were failures and didn't listen to orders at all. I don't know if the transformation can be successful this time. I will not release these two disobedient guys unless I have to. Dr. Gro's mind started working quickly. He landed on the ground and quickly hit his body. Gohan, why don't we go after him? Yamcha saw the android disappear before his eyes. He said anxiously. It doesn't matter, he can't run away. This is just the appetizer, the fun is yet to come. Son Gohan said meaningfully. As soon as he finished speaking, his body disappeared from the spot. Is the fun yet to come? Are there any stronger artificial humans? Yamcha looked at the place where Son Gohan disappeared, confused. He had no idea what Gohan meant just now. He couldn't keep up with the opponent's speed. Yamcha flew in the direction of Son Goku. Because he felt the other person's breath fluctuating. When the androids appeared, future Trunks did not come to the main time and space. Because he knew that Son Gohan's strength would definitely be able to deal with artificial humans. Who are you? Why did you attack me? Are you an android? On the other side, when Son Goku came here to look for the artificial man, he was attacked by this fat man who looked like a pig. He is experienced in combat and dodges the enemy's attacks in an instant. The other party has no breath at all, as if it is lifeless. Son Goku asked curiously. I am Android 19. You are Son Goku, right? The fat man looked at Son Goku and smiled. Dr. Gero has stored everyone's information in their minds. Their first task now is to kill Son Goku. Wow, android? That's right. There are too many people here. Let's find a place to fight. Son Goku looked excited, and he quickly flew away from the town. If we fight here, the entire town may be destroyed. When the fat man saw it, he didn't say anything. He flew up and gave chase. Don't think he is fat, but his movements are very agile. Boo hoo hoo. This aura is Son Goku. It seems he discovered the artificial man. Piccolo and others sensed that Son Goku burst out with a strong aura and moved to one side. Everyone rushed in their direction. Hey hey hey, let's fight here. Son Goku flew to a desolate place and stopped. He turned to the fat man and said. Son Goku, it doesn't matter where you fight. Just accept your death obediently. Number 19 looked at Son Goku with an evil smile. He was created to kill each other. It seems you are quite confident. Then let's fight quickly. Son Goku was eager to fight. He rushed towards number 19. Bang! Two huge fists collided instantly. A wave of air spread in all directions. Okay, that's amazing. I didn't expect you to be so powerful. As soon as the two came into contact, Son Goku's arm felt sore. Then his whole body was blown away. Son Goku has rich experience in combat. He rolled 360 degrees to remove the impact force from his body. Son Goku, it turns out you are just a paper tiger. When number 19 saw it, he knocked Son Goku away with one blow. He mocked with a proud look on his face. Piccolo and others rushed to the scene at this time and watched Son Goku confront a fat man from a distance. It seems there is no way to fight without transforming into a Super Saiyan. Ah! Son Goku clenched his fists, and a powerful aura surged from his body. There was sand and rocks flying on the ground, and waves of air hit our faces. Everyone was shocked when they saw it. Chapter 69, Dr. Gero suffers the consequences. A desolate and secluded mountain. Damn it, Son Gohan, I didn't expect your fighting power to be so strong. When I release number 17 and number 18, you will be dead. Dr. Gero, who lost an arm, escaped back to his laboratory. He began to fidget with his arms. Because there was a ready-made arm here, and he was familiar with it, he quickly installed the arm. Dr. Gero came to the two dormant cabins and looked at the humans 17 and 18 he had transformed. He pressed the remote control and the sleep cabin slowly opened. Hello, Dr. Gero. A handsome and energetic young man with a red scarf around his neck slowly opened his eyes. He saw the situation around him clearly, walked up to Dr. Gero and said respectfully. Hello, Dr. Gero. The beautiful girl with blonde hair and delicate features slowly opened her eyes. She came to Dr. Gero and greeted him respectfully. Number 17, number 18, great. It seems that your body has been repaired. Dr. Gero was overjoyed when he saw the two people looking respectfully. It seems that both of them have been transformed by me this time. Otherwise their attitude would not have changed 180 degrees. The two of us have been transformed. I will definitely listen to you, Dr. Gero, in the future. Number 17 and number 18 were originally brothers and sisters. The two of them are normal humans. But he was captured by Dr. Gero and transformed into an artificial human being. After the transformation, the two men's bodies have greatly increased and are perfect in every aspect. It's just that number 17 and number 18 didn't obey their orders very much. In addition, the two of them knew that in order to control the two of them, they made a remote control. As long as number 17 and number 18 disobey, Dr. Gero will press the shutdown button, and the two will fall into endless sleep. Ha ha ha, okay, okay. Go out with me to destroy Son Goku and others. Dr. Gero smiled happily. Now he has added two more warriors to his side. No longer afraid of Son Gohan and others. This bastard tore his arm off and couldn't swallow the bad breath. I must torture this brat well later. I also gave him a taste of a broken arm. You'd better take the first step. Number 17 has just finished speaking. His strike was like lightning, and he slashed Dr. Gero's neck with a knife. Damn it, how dare you! After Dr. Gero found out, he wanted to take out the remote control and force androids 17 and 18 into hibernation. But his body was completely unresponsive. Dr. Gero's head slowly fell off his body. He never thought that he would be killed by the artificial man he transformed. Bang! With a loud sound, Dr. Gero's head fell to the ground. Hee, good job on the 17th. This old bastard even hid his secret and installed a remote control device. He deserves to die. Number 18 said with a proud smile. She has long disliked this old man. Dr. Gero, don't you have a remote control? You can't threaten us now. Number 17 said with a proud smile. They have been waiting for this day for too long. Now we are finally free from Dr. Gero's control. After that, the two finally got their freedom. Number 17 and number 18, you two bastards, how dare you do this to me? Your experiences in the future will never be better than mine. I created you just to be nourishment for others. Dr. Gero said with an arrogant look. He thought of the scene where the embryo he had cultivated, the ultimate human, Celu, was born. As long as number 17 and number 18 are absorbed, they will become complete bodies. Are you threatening us? You want us to live in fear? You overestimate yourself too much. You can die in peace. Both number 17 and number 18 thought Dr. Gero was talking nonsense. Boom! One kick crushed Dr. Gero's head. Number 17, let's activate this big guy too. Number 18 saw number 16 written on the sleeping cabin next to them. She saw a big guy, more than 2 meters tall. The body is very strong. No problem. Number 17 walked over and pressed the button next to it. The dormant cabin slowly opened. The big guy slowly opened his eyes. Without speaking, he stood up from the sleeping cabin. He turned his head and slowly observed the situation during the 4 weeks. Number 16 won't be a failure, right? Why didn't he speak? Number 17 asked with a puzzled look. I saved this guy without even a word of thanks. He thought number 16 was a failure. Number 18 also looked at number 16, with a look of regret on his face. How many artificial humans has Dr. Gero transformed? Ahem, cough, are you done with your matters? At this time a young man walked in. That's right, he is Son Gohan who has been following Dr. Gero. Son Gohan had already arrived here. He had just put all the instruments and valuables here into the system space. Hey, what a handsome little brother! Number 18 was stunned for a moment after seeing Sun Wu eating. Unexpectedly, Son Gohan had already entered the base. Neither of them noticed. Son Gohan, I didn't expect you to come here. Number 17 was not surprised at all. A child's fighting ability is not very powerful. They just didn't pay attention to whether there was anyone here. Son Gohan, your fighting ability is very strong. On the 16th, he said this after seeing Son Gohan. He could feel that the opponent's fighting power was very strong. Big guy, I thought you couldn't speak. Number 17 and number 18 both fell in love with this big guy at the same time. They all thought it was a failure just now and couldn't speak at all. Now this guy saw Son Gohan and said something unprecedented. It seems you know me. Then I don't need to introduce you further. If you want to kill Son Goku, you have to get through me first. Son Gohan looked at the 3 of them and said. In the anime, number 16, number 17, and number 18 in this time and space do not kill people randomly. They were only transformed to destroy Son Goku. Little brother, you are so filial. I really admire your courage. Number 18 walked up to Son Gohan and kissed him. She just wanted to tease Son Gohan. Number 18, it's very dangerous for you to do this. Son Gohan touched his hot cheek with his hand. The place where I was kissed just now was ice cold. He didn't expect that he would be teased by the other party. I remember that in the anime, number 18 teased Krillin like this. In the end, Krillin will fall completely in love with number 18. Hehe, is it dangerous? If you have the ability, just come here. Number 18 smiled playfully. She saw Son Gohan's cheeks turning red, and he looked proud. Chapter 70. In Dr. Gero's laboratory. Number 18, stop playing. Let's knock down Son Gohan first, and then go find Son Goku. Number 17 said to number 18. He wanted to kill Son Goku quickly. Ha ha ha, knock me down. Son Gohan laughed at number 17 and number 18. He walked around the laboratory, and anything touched by his hand disappeared. It turned out that Son Gohan had received all of it in the system space. Number 17 and number 18 stared at each other, both of them were stunned by Son Gohan's operation. What's going on? Is he robbing us? Son Gohan's strength is too strong. Number 17, you can't beat him at all. No 16's voice came out slowly. He could feel Son Gohan's strong fighting power. I can't beat him. It's ridiculous, I'm the strongest android. Number 17 said angrily. It's okay for me to be looked down upon by my enemies. Now even this big fool looks down on me. It's really that the aunt can't stand it, but the uncle can't. Today I'll show you how powerful I am. Son Gohan, you are too arrogant. I'll beat you so hard that even your mother can't recognize you. Number 17 rushed towards Son Gohan and punched him. Son Gohan didn't dodge and punched him. Boom! The powerful air wave instantly turned everything here into ashes. The entire mountain was razed to the ground. No, it's impossible. How can your fighting power be so strong? Number 17 saw that Son Gohan's body didn't move at all. It was as if his feet had taken root. He knew how powerful his punch was just now. But Son Gohan took it easily, and his feet didn't move at all. Number 18 saw that the two fists of Son Gohan and number 17 were still colliding. She also felt incredible that the power of this stinky kid could be so strong. Number 16 looked at the two with a blank expression. Ding, the fighting power dropped by 1 million. Number 17, is this your strength? It seems to have no effect on me. Son Gohan raised his mouth and said with a smug look. He didn't use his strength yet, otherwise the opponent might let him blow up. Son Gohan, I won't let you go. Number 17 attacked Son Gohan fiercely. But his moves were resolved one by the opponent. I thought you were so powerful. You still want to kill Son Goku, you'd better get past me first. Son Gohan didn't make a move. The two fought from the ground to the air. Damn it, how is this possible? Son Gohan's fighting power can't be so strong. Number 17 attacked Son Gohan fiercely with a ferocious face. But no matter how clever and swift his attack was, he couldn't hit Son Gohan. Number 16, I didn't expect what you said was true. Son Gohan's fighting power is really so strong. Number 17 didn't even touch the opponent's clothes. Number 18 was also secretly shocked when watching the two people fighting in the air. Son Gohan's fighting power has far exceeded the data in their minds. If you have any tricks, just use them. Otherwise, wait a minute, I'll make a move and you won't have a chance. Son Gohan smiled at number 17 who was chasing him relentlessly. If it weren't for the fact that the androids in this time and space didn't do anything bad, he would have killed the other party long ago. Number 18, I'll help you. Number 18 saw that number 17 couldn't deal with Son Gohan alone. She flew into the air and rushed towards the two. You are all the same even if you come here. Son Gohan said as he looked at number 18 who was rushing over. His normal state can exceed Super Saiyan 2. Isn't it like playing to deal with the androids now? Fight, fight, fight. The attacks of the two were like a storm. But they were all blocked by Son Gohan. You have been fighting for so long. Now it's my turn to attack you. Son Gohan didn't want to play with them anymore. As soon as he finished speaking, his figure disappeared from the sight of the two. What? Disappeared? Number 18 and number 17 were shocked, and looked around with a vigilant look. Because neither of them could sense the breath. I'm here. Gohan's figure appeared behind number 17. Number 17 is here. Number 18 wanted to remind him, but it was too late. Gohan's movements were too fast. Bang! No 17's body flew to the other side like a kite with a broken string. Gohan, watch this! Number 18 attacked Gohan with a burst of energy bombs. She wanted to use her unlimited energy advantage to drain Gohan. The energy bombs were fired as if they were free. Ding, combat power dropped by 1 million. Ding, combat power attribute plus 1 million. Boom! Thick smoke rose up, and Gohan was soon swallowed by the smoke. Okay, we'll drain him to death. Number 17 saw that number 18 was going to remember Gohan, and shouted okay. Then he also outputs energy one after another towards the thick smoke. Explosions continued, and the smoke grew louder and louder. The two of them attacked thousands of energy bombs before they felt relieved. He stopped what he was doing and looked at his masterpiece with a proud look on his face. The two men were as fierce as tigers in their operations, but they still couldn't escape the law of smoke without injury. After a long time, the thick smoke dissipated, and a vague figure emerged. Did the android run out of energy so quickly? Even if I stand here and beat you, you can't hurt me. Son Gohan's voice sounded slowly. His mouth curled up slightly. He said with an arrogant look. No, it's impossible. How come your fighting ability is so strong? Number 17 and number 18 were like seeing the devil. He looked at Son Gohan in disbelief. They just attacked without mercy. How could it not hurt at all? Even the clothes were not torn. It turned out that Son Gohan had opened the protective cover just now. After you finish the fight, you can get it from me now. Son Gohan stepped in front of number 18. Bang! One punch hit number 18 in the abdomen. Vomit. Number 18 spat out a mouthful of sour water. There was a pain in her lower abdomen, and her body instantly arched like a shrimp. Number 18. Number 17 saw number 18 holding his stomach in unbearable pain. He just rushed towards Son Gohan. You are like a mud bodhisattva crossing the river, and you can't protect yourself. You still have the heart to scream here. The 17th comes and goes even faster. It turned out that Son Gohan had punched him. Rumble. His body was like a discharged cannonball, instantly demolishing a mountain. Number 16, won't you come to help? Son Gohan looked at Lane 17, who had been watching the battle. Chapter 71. Son Gohan, I am no match for you. Number 16 said expressionlessly. His body can calculate the enemy's combat effectiveness. But now Son Gohan's combat effectiveness has not been calculated at all. It was far beyond the range that he could calculate the combat power. He who is smart and knows the current affairs is a hero. Son Gohan looked at number 16 and smiled. Pick them all up. The combat attributes on the ground were crazily integrated into his body. Son Gohan's fighting power continues to soar. His system space has put away all the instruments and results of Dr. Giro's transformation of artificial humans. It will be left to Bulma to study at that time. Boom! A wave of energy shot up into the sky, and the entire mountain instantly turned into powder. Son Gohan, I'll fight you. Then number 17 rushed towards Son Gohan again with an angry look. Since they were transformed, they have never met a real opponent. He couldn't bear the blow at all. Number 17 and number 18 always thought that they were the most powerful people in the world. He didn't expect that he would be defeated by Son Gohan now. How could they bear this humiliation? I rested for a while on the 18th, and the pain in my lower abdomen was no longer so bad. She also killed Son Gohan. Well done, let me show you what the difference is. Son Gohan had a slight smile on his face and stood still. Number 17 and number 18 hit him crazily. Ding, 1 million combat power attributes are dropped. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Didn't you eat? Hit me harder. Son Gohan crossed his arms on his chest and said with a proud smile. Even if I stand here and fight you, I can also collect the combat power attribute. The combat prowess of the three of them is not at the same level at all. Number 17 and number 18 were like children in front of him. No matter how the two of them fight, they can't cause any harm to him. Damn it, Son Gohan, how can he be so strong? It's impossible, we are the strongest. Number 17 and number 18 tried their best. Heavy punches hit Son Gohan's body, and the two of them seemed to be scraping him. Let me show you where the gap is between us. Son Gohan raised the corners of his mouth and smiled at the two of them. Boom! White gas erupted from his body. A terrifying impact blew number 17 and number 18 away. No, no, this can't be true. Number 17 looked at Son Gohan in disbelief and roared. He had never been hit like this before. They were transformed just to defeat Son Goku, but now they can't defeat even his son. On the 17th and 18th, please stop. Son Gohan's strength has far surpassed yours. Number 16 looked at number 17 and number 18 and shouted. Everyone's eyes focused on number 16. It seems that what this big guy just said is true. Number 17 and number 18 did not continue to attack. You can take care of yourself. If you still want to deal with Son Goku, defeat me first. The aura on Son Gohan also slowly dissipated. Number 16, number 17 and number 18 said. Will you let us go? No, 18's beautiful eyes lit up and she said with a surprised look on her face. She couldn't believe her ears. Son Gohan would actually let them leave here. If you want revenge, just come to Baizai Mountain to find me. Son Gohan didn't talk nonsense to the android anymore. His body disappeared into the air. Let's go. The artificial man stared at him with big eyes, and then the three of them flew away from here. When Son Gohan's body appeared again. He has arrived underground in Dr. Giro's laboratory. I saw Shalu, a little insect that was still an embryo. You ugly little bug, you didn't think of that. He will die before he is born. Son Gohan put all the research results and drawings here into his own system space. Then he raised his hand and blasted an energy wave, smashing the bug into pieces. Bang bang bang! Son Goku and number 19 are fighting in full swing. Although android number 19 is a fat man, he is very agile. Although he was not Son Goku's opponent at first, but he has capacity absorbing equipment on his hands. Number 19 absorbs energy while fighting Son Goku. He slowly grew up and now fights Son Goku back and forth. That's not quite right. This fat man clearly couldn't beat Son Goku just now. But now he is fighting more and more fiercely. Piccolo saw the flaw and said with a surprised look on his face. He has always been paying attention to the battle between Android and Son Goku. I remember, an android attacked me just now. His hands can absorb energy, if Gohan hadn't appeared and saved me. I'm afraid I won't be able to come back now. After Yamcha heard what Piccolo said, he suddenly remembered that when the old man attacked him, he was absorbing the energy from him. Is that the ability to absorb? The artificial man is really perverted. Piccolo and others suddenly realized that artificial humans also have this skill. If they continue to fight like this, it will be a big trouble. Number 19, I didn't expect you to be more courageous as the battle goes on. I really admire you. You come and try my trick. Son Goku launched a series of energy bombs at number 19. Boom boom boom. Number 19 actually caught the energy bombs with his bare hands. The energy bombs disappeared in his hands in an instant. It was as if they were absorbed by him. Although Son Goku was simple in other aspects, his mind was clearer than anyone else in fighting. He also quickly discovered the means of the androids. He secretly admired Dr. Gero, the creator of the androids. I didn't expect this guy's skills to be more and more powerful. He can actually take other people's energy for himself, thereby improving his own strength. Son Goku stopped the energy attack. The last time Son Gohan was on Namek, he made a wish to the dragon Porunga to keep Son Goku away from illness. In addition, Future Trunks brought a special medicine for chronic heart disease. Son Goku's symptoms did not appear at all. Son Goku, thank you for your energy bomb. Number 19 gave Son Goku a wicked smile. His strength improved very quickly from this battle. Now I am very confident that I can win this battle. Number 19, I didn't expect you to have this skill. Today I will let you absorb enough. Kameha. Chi. Gong. Son Goku started the Kamehameha wave. A grain of energy slowly condensed in his hand. Ha ha ha, Son Goku, just come at me. Number 19 looked at the energy wave in Son Goku's hand with enthusiasm. The opponent actually knew that he could absorb energy to improve his strength. It seems that I still underestimated his IQ. Oh no! Has Goku not discovered that the android can absorb his energy? No, this guy will never be careless in fighting. He must have discovered the secret of the android's combat effectiveness. Then why did he still use the Kamehameha wave? Krillin and others saw Son Goku's operation. Everyone discussed with confusion. Now the androids can fight back and forth with Son Goku. If we continue to let this fat man absorb energy, it might be dangerous. Son Goku wants to blow up the androids. This bastard is definitely clear-headed when it comes to fighting. Piccolo saw what Son Goku was doing and knew what he wanted to do. As the saying goes, the person who knows you best is sometimes not your friend, but your enemy. Will Son Goku's plan succeed? Chapter 72. Super Saiyan Vegeta. Turtle-style Qigong wave. Son Goku roared. He pushed out the energy beam condensed in his hand. Ha ha ha. Son Goku, I will accept your energy. When Android 19 saw Son Goku's huge energy beam coming, he laughed heartily. Spread your hands and prepare to welcome this powerful wave of energy. Boom. Android No 19's hands kept absorbing energy crazily. Everyone watched this duel with fear. After all, Son Goku only became a Super Saiyan 2 years ago. Everyone has no idea and has never seen his true strength. At the same time, in the sky, a figure is coming towards the battlefield. He is our proud Prince Vegeta. What a coincidence! Androids number 16, 17, and 18 unexpectedly met Vegeta in the air. Asshole! Are you androids? Vegeta couldn't sense the auras of the three people at all. He yelled fiercely at number 16, number 17, and number 18. Now he is full of confidence and has no problem fighting against 3. Holy shit, what happened to this world? Are we too kind? All cats and dogs want to step on us. Number 17 punched Vegeta. They were very angry at Son Gohan just now. I have nowhere to vent my sorrow. Now a mad dog came and blocked their way. What? What a speed! Vegeta was on guard for a long time, but he didn't expect that the opponent would be so fast. He could only clench his fists to protect No 17's punch. Bang! Vegeta's body flew backwards like a sharp arrow. I saw him roll 360 degrees and remove the impact force from his body. Hehe, number 17, I still give you a head start. I have such a bad temper that I can't stand this guy fooling around here for a long time. Number 18 said proudly when he saw Vegeta flying out. She and number 17 were beaten by Son Gohan just now, making them doubt their lives. Now I finally found a way to vent my anger. Bah, what a reckless guy. With this little fighting power, they still dare to block our way. Number 17 spat. He said with a look of contempt towards Vegeta. Now he doesn't seem to be in such a depressed mood. Damn it! Vegeta roared. He didn't expect the fighting power of artificial humans to be so powerful. He was knocked away with one punch. His pride was strongly stimulated. He is the prince of the Suns, a fighting nation. How could he be knocked down by humans on Earth? Ah! A powerful aura surged out of Vegeta's body. The golden arrogance instantly enveloped his whole body. He instantly became a Super Sun. It turned out to be our Mr. Bay, who also became a Super Sun. Now he felt like he could do it again. This power is Vegeta. Did he also meet an artificial person? How many androids are there? Just when Vegeta burst out with a strong and domineering Super Sun aura, everyone sensed his aura. Son Gohan also burst out with a strong momentum just now, but they were not worried at all. Now he is worried that Vegeta, like Son Goku, will encounter a strong enemy. After all, it hasn't been long since they turned into Super Suns. Hey, our Vegeta is going to get angry. Are you scared of ghosts? Number 17 and number 18 rushed towards Vegeta. They are simmering with anger now. When number 16 saw the three of them, they were about to start fighting. He found a place to watch. Except for Son Goku, he has no desire to fight. Unless there are special circumstances, he will take action. You all die. Vegeta condensed energy bombs in his hands. He threw them at number 17 and number 18 who were charging towards them. Little tricks. Against the wave? We have never been afraid of anyone. Number 17 and number 18 said with confidence. Their energy is limitless. Even if you can't win, you still have to kill the enemy. But just now he was ignored by Son Gohan. Now here comes another one who competes with me for energy. I really don't know whether to live or die. Boom boom boom. The three of them continued to output. The energy bullets in the air kept colliding with each other. Deafening explosions continued to sound. Thick smoke billows. Waves of air hit the ground. The ground was a mess. We draw our attention to Son Goku's battlefield again. Ha ha ha, what a powerful energy. Son Goku, I will thank you properly later. Number 19 laughed happily, and his hands kept absorbing the energy of the turtle Kigong wave. His combat effectiveness is constantly improving. Oops, it's too big this time. Son Goku obviously felt exhausted. The energy of the turtle Kigong waves also gradually became smaller. After all, it was because of the appearance of Son Gohan. The time when Goku transforms into a Super Sun has changed. Now he only transformed 2 years ago, which is a full 2 years less than in the anime. That's why his fighting power is not as strong as in the anime. What? The artificial man actually absorbed all of Son Goku's turtle-style Kigong waves. It's over now. Gohan is more reliable. Klin and others saw that the energy beam of the turtle school Kigong wave was getting smaller and smaller. Everyone started to worry. Son Goku is still too promiscuous. Knowing that artificial humans will absorb energy and become stronger. He also continued to blast out energy attacks. Isn't this an old man who hangs himself because he thinks he has a long life? It seems that this time I really went too far. Ha ha ha. Son Goku, thank you so much. Number 19 finally absorbed all the energy of Son Goku's turtle-style Kigong wave. At this time, he felt the majestic fighting power in his body. He, it seems like he's getting too big. Son Goku looked at the high-spirited android number 19. He smiled awkwardly. I originally wanted to explode the android, but I didn't expect it to be self-defeating. Oops, just now the artificial man was on a par with Son Goku. Now the other party has absorbed such a huge amount of energy. How can we fight like this? Everyone was frightened when they saw the two fighting. Unexpectedly, Son Goku's plan failed. The hope now can only be placed on Son Gohan. Son Goku, to thank you for the energy you provide. I will take good care of you. Number 19 smiled evilly at Son Goku. His figure disappeared in place. Okay, so fast. Son Goku looked around cautiously. The use of turtle-style Kigong wave just now consumed a lot of his energy. Hey, I'm here. The figure of android number 17 came slowly from behind Son Goku. He just punched the opponent. Son Goku relied on his many years of fighting experience to strike behind with an elbow without looking back. Boom! A huge impact sent Son Goku's body flying out. Then number 19 caught up with Son Goku's flying body at super high speed, and kicked the opponent into the air with one kick. Ah! Son Goku let out a scream, and he still couldn't control his body that flew backwards just now. He was kicked in the butt by number 19, and the pain made him grin. It's not over yet. Number 19 flashed a few times, and his fat body appeared in the sky. Here he crossed his fingers and raised his hands high, waiting for Son Goku to fly over. Boom! Son Goku once again received a heavy punch from number 19 in the stomach. He let out a scream and spurted out a mouthful of blood. The body was like a discharged explosive bomb, blasting toward the ground. Boom! A huge pit was instantly smashed into the ground by Son Goku. Okay, great. Gohan, come quickly. When Klin saw this scene, cold sweat continued to flow from his forehead. His whole body was shaking with fear. After the android absorbed Son Goku's energy, the gap in power between the two was too big, right? Gohan, where are you? Come quickly. Chapter 73. The Strength of Android 19. On a deserted mountain. Vegeta was suppressed by the fire power of androids 17 and 18. The power of one person is limited after all, and the three of them are fighting. Vegeta still overestimated himself. As the saying goes, 2 fists are no match for 4 hands. The energy waves he sent out were not as many as those of the androids. Boom! The energy bombs of 17 and 18 instantly defeated Vegeta's energy. Vegeta was not reluctant to fight, and he saw that the number of his energy bombs was not as many as the opponent's. He decisively gave up the energy collision. He appeared behind the android in a flash, and kicked 17's head with a sweeping kick. Bang! 17 raised his arm to block Vegeta's kick. What? You can actually block my attack? Vegeta was shocked, which was completely different from the scene in his mind. After he became a Super Saiyan, his combat power was greatly improved. He thought he could beat 3 androids by himself. He never expected that the androids could actually block his attacks now. Vegeta, you still want to sneak attack us with such strength? It's a pity that your strength is too weak. Number 17 said sarcastically to Vegeta. His other hand condensed a power bullet and blasted it at the other party. You bastard, you underestimate me too much. Vegeta dodged No 17's energy attack with a strange body. His body once again burst out with a domineering and terrifying aura. 3 years of devilish training is to prove to everyone that he is the strongest Saiyan. I don't want to be a spectator anymore, Prince Vegeta is the protagonist. Hehe, Vegeta, don't shout. Now the good show has just begun. Number 18 looked at Vegeta with a playful look. As soon as the voice fell, her body flashed and appeared in front of Vegeta, and punched him. Cell phone, today is your death day. Vegeta was not to be outdone, and punched number 18. He didn't believe that after he became a Super Saiyan, his strength was not as great as the other party. Bang! With a loud bang, the 2 fists collided with each other. Vegeta's body was like a kite with a broken string, and was blown away by a strong impact. When the 2 fists collided with each other, Vegeta found that his idea was too naive. He didn't expect that the opponent's strength was even stronger than his own. Number 17 saw Vegeta's body flying towards him. He raised his leg and kicked Vegeta's body back. Vegeta only had time to scream, and his body flew towards number 18 again. Ha ha ha, number 18, let's play football. Number 17 was in a playful mood, and he yelled at number 18. Okay, no problem at all. Number 18 agreed immediately after hearing No 17's suggestion. All the humiliation he had just suffered from Son Gohan was forgotten at once. He kicked Vegeta, who was flying over. Android number 17 and number 18 were having a lot of fun in the air. Vegeta was like a ball, kicked around by the two. Ah! Vegeta screamed in the air. It was so hard to become a Super Saiyan. Now he has been reduced to being used as a ball by the androids. Let's take a look at the battle between Son Goku and number 19. Gohan, where are you? Goku can't stand it anymore. Krillin watched Son Goku being pressed to the ground by number 19. He shouted anxiously. Everyone clenched their fists in anger. After seeing the battle between the androids and Son Goku, they knew they were no match for the androids. Son Goku, try this move of mine again. Android number 19 became more and more courageous. I saw his body floating in the air, bending down and hugging his legs. In an instant, number 19 turned into a round ball and smashed towards Son Goku. Bang! Son Goku punched No 19's body. The huge impact instantly knocked him away. The android turned into a ball and smashed towards Son Goku's body again. Son Goku had suffered a loss once, and he did not choose to fight hard. He dodged the attack of the ball with strange body movements. Bang, bang, bang! Big holes were smashed on the ground. Fuck! Can the android play like this? Yamcha saw Son Goku constantly dodging the attack of the fat android. He was shocked. The opponent's strength was too strong. After Son Goku used the Kamehameha wave last time, his combat power was also consumed by more than half. What's more, the android also absorbed its energy, which was a loss. The battle between the two people now is not at the same level at all. Son Goku attacked the body of number 19 with a burst of energy bombs. But the opponent was like an iron ball, and the energy bombs were instantly bounced away. He was not afraid of this kind of attack at all. Is the android too perverted? What should we do? Everyone was sweating. After the android absorbed Son Goku's Kamehameha wave, the combat effectiveness increased too quickly. Son Goku was like a plaything in his hands. Ah! Son Goku's body was hit by the huge body of number 19. A mouthful of blood spurted out, and his whole body was smashed to the ground. Oops! Son Goku gasped for breath. Every time you zoom in, your combat power will be consumed a lot. Son Goku, I'm done playing. Just prepare to die. No 19's body recovered instantly, and a huge energy ball began to condense in his hand. What should we do? Why hasn't Gohan come yet? This is really frustrating. Everyone watching the battle scratched their heads. I want to go over and help, but my strength is too weak. Just when everyone is at their wits' end. Brush! Son Gohan's figure suddenly appeared in front of Son Goku. He just felt that Son Goku's aura was very consumed. He rushed over in a blink of an eye. Ahem, cough, Gohan, you're here. Son Goku coughed and greeted Son Gohan. If it weren't for my miscalculation, I wouldn't have ended up like this. He was too confident in his own strength and wanted to burst number 19. I never thought of making wedding clothes for others. Dad, are you okay? Son Gohan simply ignored number 19. He turned around and squatted down to treat Son Goku's injuries. After Son Goku received treatment, his body's energy recovered instantly. Damn it, you brat dare to ruin my good deeds. Android 19 was surprised to see Son Gohan suddenly appear in front of Son Goku. But he saw that Son Gohan dared to ignore his existence. You brat, how dare you ignore my existence? Go to hell. Number 19 had a ferocious face and frantically outputted the energy bombs in his hands, and the energy bombs surged instantly. The energy bullets that covered the sky and the sun were blasted at Son Goku and his son. Chapter 74. On the battlefield. Magic Flash. Gohan fired a magic flash at the energy bomb of number 19. A huge beam of light slowed down the falling speed of the energy bomb that covered the sky and the sun. Ding, the combat attribute drops by 1 million. Combat attribute plus 1 million. The two energies collided instantly. The voice of the system in Gohan's mind kept prompting. He, all of you go to hell. Number 19 saw that the huge energy bomb did not fall. Instead, it was pushed back by Gohan's energy beam. He once again tried his best to output frantically at the energy bomb. He wanted to suppress the energy. Boom! White flames erupted from Gohan's body. A powerful and domineering aura surged from his body. Even Goku, who was standing next to him, was pushed away by this powerful air wave. Wow, so awesome! I didn't expect Gohan to be so powerful without transforming. No way! Gohan's normal state has surpassed Super Saiyan Goku. Everyone looked at Gohan in disbelief. I didn't expect Gohan to improve so fast, and his normal state can be comparable to Super Saiyan Goku. If Gohan transforms into a Super Saiyan, how strong will he be? Everyone thought it was incredible. Gohan's energy beam suddenly surged, and he pushed back No. 19's energy bomb with an unstoppable momentum. Damn it! Number 19 looked at the super energy bomb that was retreating with disbelief. He reacted decisively and escaped from the attack range of the energy bomb. Number 19, weren't you very arrogant just now? Why are you giving in now? Gohan sneered at number 19. He was not surprised at all that Goku lost to the android. Because of his own reasons, Son Goku delayed becoming a Super Saiyan for 2 years. It is normal that he cannot beat the fat guy number 19 now. Son Gohan, don't be so arrogant. I just let you go. Number 19 said with forced calmness. In fact, he was very panicked inside, and he was almost hit by the energy wave just now. Ha ha ha. How shameless. Everyone was amused by the fat man's nonsense. I didn't expect that the androids were so face-conscious. If he hadn't run fast just now, the energy bomb would have blasted the fat man into slag. Noisy. Son Gohan raised his hand and pointed at number 19. A purple energy took shape instantly and blasted towards number 19. This is Frisia's death beam. Come on. Number 19 saw the energy in Son Gohan's hand. The corners of his mouth curled up. I didn't expect that the IQs of both father and son were not online. Here comes another one to send energy to himself. As long as he absorbs energy to improve his strength, no one can be his opponent. Number 19 was overjoyed and raised his hand to absorb Son Gohan's energy. But things went against his wishes. Number 19's palm just touched the energy wave. The whole palm was instantly blasted into pieces by Son Gohan's energy wave. What? No, impossible. Number 19 was completely stunned. What's going on? Who am I? Where am I? Son Gohan's death ray is still firing. Number 19 reacted immediately and fled the scene quickly. But now he is like a moving target. Son Gohan is like a hunter, shooting at number 19. Bang, bang, bang. Number 19 was instantly beaten into a sieve. All parts of the body were blasted into pieces. In a moment, Son Gohan blasted number 19 into powder. Yeah, Gohan is great. Android number 19 was blasted into pieces. Gohan is still reliable. After destroying android number 19, everyone laughed and laughed. There will be a burst of praise for Son Gohan. Pick them all up. The combat power attributes on the ground are like tadpole characters, integrated into his body. The combat power data keeps jumping. At the same time, androids 17 and 18 kick Vegeta like a ball, making him dizzy. Ha ha ha. Fun. 18's long legs kicked Vegeta's back. She said with a smile. But, damn, die. Vegeta's face was hideous, and he condensed an energy bomb in his hand and threw it at 17. I didn't expect that I had practiced hard for 3 years. It was not easy to become a Super Saiyan, but now I was kicked like a ball by the androids. Bang! 17 hit the energy bomb with his backhand. He punched Vegeta in the stomach. Ugh! A sharp pain came from his lower abdomen, and Vegeta felt his stomach churning. He held his stomach and vomited bile. You are such a fool. Go down. Number 17 hit Vegeta hard on the back. Vegeta's body was like a missile, hitting the ground. Boom! Smoke and dust flew everywhere, and a huge deep hole was created in the entire ground by Vegeta. Now he has returned to normal and has completely lost the ability to fight. Number 17, you are too harsh. Now, there is no more fun. Number 18 flew up to number 17 and scolded. Her current anger is gone. You think about playing all day long, wait until Son Gohan comes. We are just being played. Number 17 faces lane 18. Thinking about the big commotion just now, Son Gohan would definitely know about it. If he came over again, he wouldn't be able to finish the meal and walk around. Hehe, that's right. Almost forgot about this little bastard. Let's get out of here first. Number 18 stuck out his tongue and said with a naughty expression. After all, she is just a little girl. Number 17 and number 18 left here with number 16. Vegeta, lying in a deep pit, beat the ground angrily. He finally became a Super Saiyan. Now he was beaten by a humble artificial man and was unable to fight back. This is really frustrating. He couldn't bear this kind of blow, and he completely fainted. Gohan, Vegeta's aura is very weak. Let's go over and take a look now. He may also have encountered an artificial person. Son Goku came to Son Gohan at this time and said. He just felt Vegeta's aura fluctuations. Yeah, let's rush over and have a look. It would be troublesome if there were still artificial humans. Gohan, let's go take a look quickly. Yes, rescuing people is like putting out fire, we will set off immediately. Everyone reached an agreement word by word. Brush. Son Gohan used teleportation to disappear with everyone. Chapter 75. How to quickly improve combat effectiveness. On a spray plane. Bulma was flying the plane, and Achilobe was holding a chubby child in the back. They all came to the battlefield. It turns out that it was a Killua who came to give fairy beans to Son Goku and others on the orders of the Cat Immortal. But instead of finding Son Goku and others, he met Bulma. The two hit it off immediately and both came to the battlefield to have a look. Brush. Son Gohan and a large group of people used teleportation to arrive near Vegeta. Everyone saw a mess on the battlefield. The ground is full of holes. And Vegeta was lying in the pit in a state of embarrassment, unconscious. I don't know if he is alive or dead. Piccolo and the others stared at each other with big eyes and small eyes. It can be seen that everyone still has a grudge against Vegeta. The last time this guy invaded the Earth, Piccolo, Tianjin Fan and others were killed by Nappa, and it was all blamed on him. Although Vegeta wasn't the one who killed him, he still had something to do with him. And Yamcha's eyes showed a gloating smile. If it weren't for this guy, Bulma wouldn't be separated from him. This bastard, it would be better if he died. Vegeta. Son Goku took the lead and rushed in front of Vegeta. He carried him to Son Gohan and placed him on the ground. It's okay, you'll be fine soon. When Son Gohan saw Vegeta's bruised appearance, tears of reluctance flowed from the corners of his eyes. This guy must not be willing to lose to number 17 and number 18. He knelt down and placed his hands on Vegeta's body. A stream of energy penetrated the opponent's body instantly, and the wounds healed at a speed visible to the naked eye. In the blink of an eye, Vegeta was resurrected with full health. The combat effectiveness has also been greatly improved. Where's the android? Vegeta suddenly stood up from the ground. He looked around and saw no artificial people. Vegeta, were you beaten by an android? When we arrived, we only saw you lying in the pit, not the artificial man. How many artificial humans are there? Son Goku asked with a puzzled look on his face. He didn't expect the combat effectiveness of artificial humans to be so powerful. Kakarot, you bastard! Vegeta's forehead veins protruded and his eyes were bloodshot. He cursed at Son Goku with a ferocious expression. Son Goku clearly touched his sore spot. I didn't expect that I had worked so hard to become a Super Saiyan. He was actually treated like a monkey by two artificial humans. He flew into the air angrily. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared in front of everyone. Vegeta, why are you swearing? Son Goku said as he watched Vegeta leave. He knew that the other party was angry, so he just complained. The fighting power of artificial humans is too powerful. And they don't have breath yet. To find them now, can we just wait? Gohan, you are the only one who can deal with the androids now. when everyone was discussing each other one by one. Buzz. Just after Vegeta left, there was the buzz of an airplane in the air. Soon the plane stopped in front of them. Bulma got off the plane with a small child in her arms, and Achilobe followed her. Vegeta's child? Trunks. Son Goku looked at Bulma holding the child. He yelled out loud. Everyone was shocked after hearing Son Goku's words. I didn't expect Bulma to hook up with Vegeta. Aren't Bulma and Yamcha in a male-female relationship? How could she have a child with Vegeta? Besides, how could Vegeta be with Bulma because of his aloof character? It's really incredible. Everyone's eyes dropped in shock. Son Goku, how do you know his name is Trunks? Regardless of everyone's shock, Bulma looked at Son Goku in surprise and asked. She has not contacted anyone in 3 years, and has never told anyone about her relationship with Vegeta. Why can Son Goku call Trunks by his name whenever they meet? There must be something you don't know about this? Fool! Piccolo looked at Son Goku helplessly and was speechless. This guy is a big mouth and can't keep secrets in his heart. Hey. Anyway, it's a settled matter now, so there's no need to worry about Trunks not being born anymore. Actually, the last time future Trunks took the time machine you invented and came to our time and space. Son Goku explained briefly and clearly what would happen in the future time and space. Bulma was completely shocked when she heard it. The world's great wonders. I never thought that besides this time and space, there would be future time and space. And the fate of everyone in that time and space will be so miserable. The fate of the Earth will actually be in the hands of artificial humans. This shows how superb Dr. Giro's invention is. Unfortunately, he used his invention in the wrong direction. Eventually it brought endless disasters to the Earth. Hey, Goku, I'm here to give you fairy beans. At this time, the courier Yaki threw a cloth bag in front of Son Goku. He is just a delivery boy and doesn't care about these national affairs at all. It's all because I'm too weak. Piccolo said dejectedly. He was in a very depressed mood. I didn't expect that after 3 years of hard training, I would still be just an audience member. In every battle, I can only treat myself as a member of the public. I can't get involved in a battle of this level at all. The former reputation of the great Demon King Piccolo was gone. He felt useless. Is your combat power too weak? Uncle Bick, your body is actually disabled. Only when you and the gods are integrated, the body is perfect, because you are always one person. As long as you merge, your training will be more effective with half the effort, and your combat effectiveness will be greatly improved. The physique of your Namekians is not much worse than that of the Saiyans. Son Gohan thought of the anime after Piccolo merged with the gods. The combat effectiveness has been greatly improved, and it can actually fight against Cell's second form. Is this real? Very good. Piccolo was overjoyed and his eyes were filled with brilliance. I never thought the problem would be physical. He always thought that his talent was not enough. Now I finally understand that it is the lack of the divine part of my body that causes my cultivation to be slow. Gohan, is there any way you can improve our combat effectiveness? We want to fight too. Tianjin Fan saw that Piccolo had found the key problem to improve combat effectiveness. He also wanted to see if there was any way he could improve his combat effectiveness. Actually, the Temple of Heaven has a holy place that is very suitable for cultivation. As long as everyone goes there to practice, their combat effectiveness will be greatly improved. Son Gohan's eyes scanned everyone one by one. Everyone's strength is still too weak now. He told the cultivation method of the spiritual time house. Is there such a holy place for cultivation in the Temple of Heaven? Let's leave without further delay. Everyone believed in Son Gohan's words. They all flew towards the Temple of Heaven. Chapter 76. The Birth of the Super Namekian. Temple of Heaven. I already know everyone's purpose of coming. I'll take you to the spiritual time room to practice. The wrinkled god holds a crutch in his hand. He said to everyone with a kind face. Next to him stood Mr. Bobo. It turns out that Vegeta also came to the Celestial Temple. It was because on the way to the Celestial Temple, Son Gohan used his telepathic communication skills to make a phone call to Vegeta. When Vegeta heard that Son Gohan said there was a way to quickly improve his combat power, he rushed to the Celestial Temple. The most important thing for him now is to press the android to the ground and rub it. Pick up the lost face again. He is the strongest Sun, how could he lose to the artificial humans of Earth? I, Vegeta, will not allow this to happen. Thank you, Lord God. Everyone followed behind Tien Shen and Bobo. Soon everyone came to a stop in front of a simple door. Open this door, and there is another dimension inside. We call this dimensional space the spiritual time room. The gravity inside is 10 times greater than Earth's. And the passage of time is different from outside. 1 day outside is 1 year inside. 2 people can enter at a time, and each person can practice for 2 years inside, which is the 2 days outside. If the time is up and the people inside don't come out, the door to the spiritual time house will disappear forever. The people inside are trapped in the dimensional space forever and can never come out. The god briefly and clearly explained the time rules and usage time of the spiritual time house to everyone. We all know it. Everyone nodded in disbelief. This is really a very good place to practice. It's a pity that everyone can only practice there for 2 years. You decide who will go into practice first. The god looked at Son Goku and others. He has already spoken out the power of the 2-dimensional space. Next, it depends on the distribution of personnel. Kakarot and I will go in first. It's useless for you losers to go in. Vegeta said domineeringly. He thought these people were just there to join in the fun. Even if it takes 2 years to practice there, what will happen? You are not a waste, and you are not worthy of being beaten by an artificial man. Yamcha showed no sign of weakness, now so many people are here. What can Vegeta do to himself? He has long disliked this guy. You bastard! Vegeta's body flashed and he appeared in front of Yamcha. He punched the opponent in the face with one punch. He was going to smash this guy's mouth. Yamcha saw Vegeta suddenly take action. He was so frightened that a shiver ran down his spine. Boom! When Vegeta's fist was still a few centimeters away from Yamcha's face, his hand was firmly grasped by Son Gohan. It was impossible for his fist to advance even an inch further. Vegeta, enough is enough. Son Gohan's eyes turned cold, and the air became quite cold. He gave a gentle push and Vegeta took several steps back. Cut! Vegeta ignored everyone and went directly to the door of the spiritual time house. He opened the door and walked in. No one wanted to practice with him. I'm sorry, everyone. Vegeta and I will go in first. Son Goku saw that no one wanted to be with Vegeta. He could only follow him. The door closed slowly. Thank you, Gohan. Yamcha thanked Son Gohan. The fear just now was just an instinctive reaction. In fact, he had already made up his mind. With so many people here, Vegeta couldn't do anything to him. Uncle Yamcha, you are too polite. Practice well, and you will still have to protect the earth from now on. Son Gohan patted Yamcha on the shoulder to encourage him. Yamcha, we can also practice outside. I'm here to fight you a little bit. Klin in order to ease everyone's embarrassment. He proposed to fight Yamcha here. No problem, my hands have been itchy for a long time. Yamcha quickly agreed to Klin's invitation. Just now I almost burped in the hands of the old man who was a cyborg. I still have nowhere to vent my anger. The two quickly started taking action. Ding, 10,000 combat power attributes are dropped from the front. Combat power attribute plus 10,000. As soon as the battle between the two started, a system prompt sounded in Son Gohan's mind. Gohan, I know Piccolo has changed his ways now. Now that the earth is in danger, it is my duty to do so. I also agree to merge with Piccolo again, but the earth cannot live without gods. Can you be the god of earth? The god of earth said to Son Gohan sincerely. What he is most worried about now is the safety of the earth. After experiencing the Sun invasion of earth last time, he changed his mind about Piccolo. Now the earth is once again being persecuted by artificial humans. He chose to fulfill Piccolo. Now the other side needs stronger power to protect the earth. Lord God, actually I am not suitable to be the god of earth. But I have a more suitable candidate in mind. That's Dende from Namek. It's perfect for him to be the god of earth. Son Gohan said confidently. In the anime, after the god of earth and Piccolo merged, the position of the god of earth was vacant. Goku used instant teleportation to find Dende from Namek to be the god of earth. Dendra also upgraded the Dragon Balls. It can also fulfill 3 wishes like the Dragon Balls of Namek. Gohan, the position of the God of Earth is in your hands. The god thanked Son Gohan. His eyes were full of admiration. At such a young age, his fighting power is so amazing, and his future is limitless. God, don't worry. I'll still protect you in the future of Earth. Son Gohan nodded and said silently in his heart. He collected all the fighting power attributes. God, I can't bear to leave you. Popo looked at the god with tears in his eyes. He has been with the god for so many years. He was a little reluctant to part now. Silly, I'm not dead now. No need to be so sad. After Piccolo and I merge, you can still see me. The god of heaven laughed and scolded Popo. This guy made it seem like a life and death separation. He was most afraid of this kind of scene, and turned to Piccolo and said, "Come on." Yet. Piccolo nodded, he was not a hesitant person. He flashed in front of the god of heaven. The bodies of the two kept turning. A white light lit up, and the body of the god of heaven merged into Piccolo's body. A strong breath came out of the body. The whole temple of the god of heaven trembled. A wave of air spread in all directions. It was like a typhoon. Krillin and Yamcha had given up the fight long ago and took horse stances. What a strong breath! This is as strong as the breath of a Super Saiyan. Everyone saw that the god of heaven and Piccolo had merged into one. Feel the breath emanating from each other. They were very shocked. Are the potentials of aliens so terrifying? Chapter 77. Planet Namek. A group of people from planet Namek are working hard farming. Everyone was talking and laughing, and living together peacefully. Everything here has returned to its previous tranquility and peace. There were no more wars and invasions on their planet. There is no idea of some blind alien coming to fight Dragon Ball. Because the Universe Emperor Frieza and King Cold both fell on the planet Namek. Therefore, the surrounding planets were full of rumors. It is said that there are experts on planet Namek. People from alien planets dare not approach. Brush. Son Gohan's figure suddenly appeared on the Namek planet. Hello everyone. Son Gohan greeted everyone. It turned out that he used the teleportation skill to come to the planet Namek. Gohan, long time no see, you've grown taller again. Everyone on planet Namek knows Son Gohan. They all said hello. Yet, 3 years have passed in the blink of an eye. Son Gohan smiled at everyone. The people of Namek were very enthusiastic about him. Another Shuru time and space. Because future Trunks traveled through time and space, 3 parallel worlds of time and space were introduced. Future time and space, past time and space, and Ashura time and space. Earth. This time and space are exactly the same as future time and space. Son Goku died of illness, and Vegeta and others were killed by androids one after another. Trunks was left a lone warrior. A strange phenomenon occurred in a small town. The entire town disappeared without a trace overnight. The whole city is like a dead city. There was no breath of life at all. Suddenly, a monster walked out of a house. He has spots all over his body, has a tail with spines, used to absorb human essence, and looks like a green insect. If Son Gohan were here, he would definitely be recognized at a glance. That's the bug in his mouth. Sharu. The ultimate artificial human created by Dr. Gero using the cells collected from masters. Just beginning from embryo to larva. But after Saru absorbs number 17 and number 18, he will be completely transformed. His appearance and physique will also undergo huge changes, and his strength will be qualitatively improved. Become an ultimate artificial human being. At that time, artificial humans will conquer the entire Earth and even the universe. Where are you on the 17th and 18th? I miss you so much. Come and merge with me. Shuru roared to the sky. Due to Son Gohan, a butterfly effect occurred and Cell was born early. Number 17 and number 18 in this time and space have not been killed by Trunks yet. Hey, this aura is the battle between 17 and Trunks. Suddenly, Shalu felt 2 breaths colliding. He noticed Trunks' aura immediately. Cell couldn't wait to absorb number 17 and number 18 and turn them into complete bodies. White flames erupted from his body and flew quickly towards the direction where the two were fighting. This aura is so powerful. It's coming here at a very fast speed. Is it an artificial human again? Impossible. Artificial beings have no breath. Ignore it for now, let's deal with the artificial man first. Future Trunks felt Cell's presence when he exploded. Now he's fighting 17. We have to find a way to solve the problem quickly. It doesn't matter whether the person waiting is friend or foe. We have to find a way to deal with number 17 first. Number 17, take your life. Trunks charged towards number 17. His current strength can only compete with one of the artificial beings. Ha ha ha. Trunks, I haven't seen you for a few days. I don't know if my skills have improved. But your mouth has become sharper. If you want to kill me, it depends on whether you have the ability. Number 17 also rushed towards Trunks. Now in this time and space, no one is fighting against artificial humans. Just kill Trunks. From now on, the earth will be our playground. Play however you want. Bang bang bang. The two soon started fighting. Trunks is the only warrior in this time and space. Reality has smoothed away all his edges. His attacks are always fast, accurate and ruthless, killing his opponents as quickly as possible. Nip danger in the bud. Trunks doesn't have waves like other Suns. Boom. Number 17 was hit by Trunks' left hook. His body flew to the other side. It's not over yet. Trunks yelled. The body was like a ghost, instantly appearing on the other side, waiting for number 17 to fly over. Boom. A heavy punch hit number 17. Call out. No 17's body hit the ground directly. Boom. A huge deep pit was instantly smashed into the ground. Da-da-da. The concentrated energy bombs in Trunks' hands were constantly bombarding the pit. Boom. The explosion was deafening and smoke was everywhere. A huge crack was blown out on the ground, and it was bottomless. Hee, this time, number 17 is in trouble. Number 18, who was watching the battle, held her forehead while watching the battle. She didn't want to go over to help, but she wanted number 17 to suffer a little. Otherwise, this guy would always snatch prey from her. Trunks stopped attacking and panted slightly. He looked to another place. That huge force was very close. Number 18 seemed to feel that danger was approaching her. She also looked in the direction where Trunks was looking. Just when number 18 was stunned. Whoosh! Trunks quickly gathered his mind, drew the sword behind him and rushed into the thick smoke on the ground. After number 18 found out, it was too late to stop it. Trunks knew that this attack could not destroy number 17 at all. He had to cut the Gordian knot and kill number 17 before the unknown powerful breath arrived. It was just right to use the thick smoke to avoid no 18's interception and support. The visibility in the thick smoke was very low. Trunks and number 17 both relied on their years of combat experience to fight the enemy. Number 17 was in a very bad state now. His clothes were torn by the explosion just now. He looked like a beggar. But Trunks didn't care about it at all. He rushed into the thick smoke from outside with his sword. Now he wanted to make a quick decision and use the cover of the thick smoke to strangle number 17 here. Number 17, give me your life. Trunks chopped wildly with his sword. Number 17 hadn't reacted to the bombardment just now. He vaguely saw a figure rushing into the thick smoke. Now the vision of both of them was blocked. Trunks had a sword in his hand and chopped melons and vegetables inside. Swish, swish, swish. The thick smoke was full of swords and sabers. Chapter 78. Another time and space. On the battlefield. Here they come. 18's forehead was covered with cold sweat, and she took several steps back. This was her instinctive reaction, she felt that the person coming was very dangerous. The ground shook slightly, and the gravel slowly floated up. Boom! A gust of evil wind blew, and a strong breath instantly reached the battlefield. The thick smoke was blown away instantly, and Trunks' figure appeared. There was no trace of 17 on the ground, only debris and slag on the ground. 17. Seeing this situation, 18's head was dizzy. She screamed at the debris and flesh on the ground. She didn't expect that her only brother would die like this. She couldn't believe it at all. She had fought with Trunks before, but the opponent's fighting power was not so strong. What is the situation now? She was puzzled. What? 17 is dead. My perfect body! Cell, who had just arrived at the battlefield, heard 18's heart-wrenching screams. He was like being struck by lightning, burnt on the outside and tender on the inside. I didn't expect that I was still a step too late. Number 17 is now dead in Trunks' hands. What should I do with my perfect body? Who are you? Why are you here? Trunks saw this green monster with spots like insects. He became alert. The aura of this monster is very strong, definitely not lower than that of a cyborg. Ha ha ha. Cell was awakened by Trunks' voice. He looked in the direction of the voice, and when he saw the other party, a strange light burst out in his eyes. Why is my brain so stupid? Trunks can actually take a time machine back to the past time and space. Why can't I? Number 17 in the future time and space must not have been killed. My head. Cell patted his head lightly with one hand and laughed. What are you laughing at, you ugly monster? I'm asking you a question. Trunks saw that the other party dared to ignore him. He pointed at the other party with a sword and scolded. He, I am the ultimate android created by Dr. Gero. Cell explained to Trunks. He has now come to terms with it. It doesn't matter if number 17 in this time and space dies. It can use the time machine to go to the previous time and space to absorb number 17 and become a perfect body. Damn it, Dr. Gero, that old bastard, actually still has a trick up his sleeve. Today I'm going to kill all of you androids. Trunks gritted his teeth and said. He got angry when he heard about Dr. Gero. He didn't expect that this bastard would actually create a monster. Ha ha ha, there are so many people who want to kill me. Who do you think you are? Come on if you have the guts. Cell smiled at Trunks. He has been enduring humiliation and secretly absorbing the essence of humans to improve his combat effectiveness in the past few years. It's all for the purpose of defeating number 17 and number 18 in the future and absorbing them to become a perfect body. Now it's finally here. Damn it, give me your life. Trunks rushed towards Cell. He wanted to strike first and catch the opponent off guard. Swish, swish, swish. Trunks' sword was a set of sword skills. What? Didn't you eat? It's impossible to beat me at this speed. Cell dodged left and right in the sword light and shadow, and easily avoided Trunks' attack. He didn't forget to tease him. You bastard! Trunks burst out with a stronger aura. The speed of his hands also suddenly increased a few points. However, Cell still dodged the opponent's attack with ease. With this little speed, you still want to kill me, get off! Cell said with contempt. He kicked Trunks. Looking for death. Trunks swung a sword at this ugly monster. He wanted to cut off the opponent's leg. Ah! Cell screamed, and his whole leg was chopped off. But one of his tails swept towards Trunks. Bang! Trunks' body was severely injured, and a mouthful of blood spurted out. His body smashed directly into a building. Boom! The whole building collapsed instantly, burying Trunks inside. He didn't expect that the monster's tail would have such a strong attack power. Boom! The building buried in Trunks was all turned into powder. Golden light burst out from his body. One leg, one attack, I won't suffer any loss. Trunks wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and smiled with a gloating look. The opponent is no longer a threat now. Even if this monster is faster, it is simply a pipe dream for one leg to beat him. Trunks, you are too naive. Do you think I'm that stupid? That's just to make you happy. Cell struggled hard. The muscles of the whole leg were moving. Boom! A brand new leg grew out of the wound. What? You actually have the ability to regenerate. Trunks was also shocked to see this. He didn't expect that this monster actually had the ability to regenerate. You're surprised by what you've seen. This is the Cell of Namek. It can regenerate after losing an arm. Cell saw Trunks' expression and was very proud. He just wanted to show off in front of him. Trunks, go to hell. At this time, number 18 finally woke up from the grief. She wanted to avenge number 17, and fired a huge energy bomb at Trunks. When Cell saw no 18's attack, his eyes were shining. Although number 17 had been destroyed, there was still number 18. I will absorb her now, and then snatch the time machine to go back to the past and absorb number 17. Open it for me. Trunks rushed up with a sword and chopped at the huge energy bomb. Swish! The energy bomb was instantly chopped into pieces. I'll fight you. Number 18 saw that her energy bomb had no effect on Trunks. She was going to rush over and fight. No, number 18 is fighting for her life. I have to absorb her quickly, otherwise it will be a pity to let Trunks kill her. Cell flashed and came between the two. He spread his palms in front of his face and shouted, Sun Fist. A dazzling light blinded number 18 and Trunks. Ah, I can't see. Trunks shouted, and slashed the sword in his hand at the front. He was afraid that the other party would attack him. My eyes. Number 18 blocked the strong light. Cell showed a wicked smile. He flashed and came to number 18. The needle at the end of the tail instantly expanded into a trumpet shape. He covered number 18. Ah! What are you doing? Let me go quickly. No 18's body was suddenly imprisoned, as if it was swallowed by something. She made a terrified sound. Don't struggle. It's your supreme honor to be one with me. Ha ha ha. Cell laughed loudly, and his tail squirmed, swallowing number 18. A strong breath gushed out of his body. Cell's body and appearance also changed dramatically. He successfully evolved to the second stage. He still has a tail, a strong physique, and looks closer to humans. His face began to look like a human face, his lips were big, and he had the ability to change his voice. Chapter 79. The Last Warrior Fell. Earth. The Temple of the Gods. Swish! Gohan and Namex Dendy suddenly appeared here. Everyone greeted them one by one. It turned out that Gohan went to Namek to explain the situation on Earth to the Great Elder and Dendy. In order to thank Gohan and others, the Namekians asked Dendy to come to Earth to be a god. So the two returned to Earth. Dendy also naturally became the god of Earth. Another cell time and space. Where is number 18? What did you monster do? The strong light dissipated, and Trunks saw a shocking scene. Number 18 had disappeared without a trace. From the sound just now, she seemed to have been swallowed by this monster. Now this monster has completely changed. It still has a tail, and its physique is very strong, looking closer to humans. The face began to look like a human face, with big lips. His aura has also improved by several levels. Ha ha ha. Number 18. She has completed her mission and has become my nourishment. Cell licked his tongue in his mouth, showing a look of enjoyment. If it weren't for Trunks, the bastard, who killed number 17. Then he could become a perfect body. But it doesn't matter, I'll kill Trunks later. I can still go to the past time and absorb number 17 to become a perfect body. What? This monster, damn it! Trunks rushed towards Cell. The sword in his hand chopped down at his head. Clang! Cell stretched out two fingers and clamped Trunks's sword. No, impossible. This is not true. Trunks tried hard to break free from the other party's restraints. A strong yellow flame burst out from his body. But he couldn't take the sword from Cell's hand at all. Trunks, nothing is impossible. Your current strength is equivalent to that of a child in front of me. Cell has Sun cells in his body. He also inherited the Sun wave, and wanted to show off in front of Trunks. I'm scaring people here. Trunks decisively let go of his hands and punched and kicked Cell. But Cell was like the Eiffel Tower, standing firm. No matter how fierce Trunks' attack was, Cell did not move. Go to hell. Magic flash. Trunks saw that his fists and feet were useless against this monster. He made a quick decision and wanted to attack with energy waves. A trick, do you want to compete with me in energy? Kameha. Kigong. Cell let go of the sword in his hand. Put his hands on his waist and make a wave gesture. What? This is the breath of the Sun. You monster, I'm going to kill you. The energy in Trunks' hands swelled instantly. He blasted towards Cell. Wave. Cell also pushed out the energy of the Kamehameha wave. Boom. The huge energy beams collided instantly. Sand and rocks flew on the ground. It was like a typhoon. Cell's Kamehameha wave had the upper hand. Go to hell. Future Trunks suppressed all the energy in his body. He couldn't lose. If he lost, the whole earth would suffer. Trunks, want to kill me? You are still too young. Let me show you the gap between us. Cell also outputted a burst of energy beams. The huge beam in his hand slowly crushed Trunks' energy beam. Cell controlled the energy very well. Now is not the time to blow Trunks into pieces. The opponent still has a time machine. No, I am unwilling. I can't lose. Trunks roared, and the whole person was hit by the energy beam. Bang! The energy of the Kamehameha wave exploded instantly, blowing Trunks away. Puff! Trunks spit out a mouthful of old blood and instantly returned to normal. At this time, he no longer had the energy to maintain the form of a Super Saiyan. His body fell from the air. Bang! Trunks hit the ground, gasping for air. It seemed that he was seriously injured. Trunks, I didn't expect you to be like this. If it weren't for you killing number 17, I would have become a perfect body now. Cell flew to Trunks' side and said condescendingly. There was a little regret in his mouth. If you want to become a perfect body, wait for the next life. Although Trunks has no fighting power now, he is proud. He will never bow to evil forces. Ha ha ha, you are too naive. Have you forgotten the time machine? Cell smiled playfully. He had long thought that there was a time machine that could go back to the past time and space to find number 17. Don't even think about it. Trunks wanted to reach into his arms and destroy the time machine of the universal capsule. But he was still a step too late. Boom boom! Cell was prepared, and 2 death beams smashed Trunks' shoulders. Ah! Trunks screamed, and blood flowed from his arms. The pain made his face look hideous. Asshole! You will die a miserable death. The pain made Trunks' forehead sweat, his silver teeth clenched, and his eyes were full of bloodshot. He seemed to want to eat Cell. Trunks knew that losing this battle meant that the whole earth would be controlled by this monster. He was unwilling, but he was powerless. Now he could only satisfy his desire with his mouth. Trunks, whether I die a miserable death or not is a matter for the future. Anyway, you will die a miserable death now. Cell raised his hand and pointed at Trunks' head. Energy began to gather at the fingertips. Tears of unwillingness and despair flowed from the corners of Trunks' eyes. I'm sorry, Mom. I have tried my best to do what I promised you. I'm going to see Dad now. If there is an afterlife, I will still be your son. Boom! Cell blasted out a beam of energy from his finger. Trunks' head exploded like a loofah. From then on, all the warriors in Cell's space-time died. This space-time is a desperate space-time, destined to be a tragedy. Cell took out the universal capsule from Trunks. Find the time machine and adjust the time to the time when the android was born. But his body is too big. Cell can only evolve his body into a larva, which is like a giant egg, and ride on the time machine. Whoosh! The time machine took the egg that Cell evolved into and disappeared in Cell's space-time in an instant. Main space-time. Earth. Temple of the Gods. Vegeta and Son Goku have been in the Spirit Time House for more than a day to practice. Unexpectedly, at this time, a huge breath instantly enveloped the entire Earth. What the hell is going on? A familiar breath is coming from the ground. This breath seems to have appeared out of nowhere. Is this breath from Goku? No, it seems to be from the Cosmic Emperor Frieza. There is also the breath of Vegeta. How is it possible? Aren't the two of them training in the Spirit Time Chamber? Why are there so many people's breaths? Could it be a cyborg? Krillin, Piccolo, Tien Shinyan, and others were confused by these powerful breaths. And the other party actually possessed the breaths of Son Goku, Vegeta, and the Cosmic Emperor Frieza at the same time. Son Gohan sensed all this and just smiled slightly. Chapter 80. The Crisis of Android 17. Main Time and Space. Earth. Suddenly, a time machine appeared and slowly landed on the ground. Boom! The dome of the larval body cell emitted a burst of energy, blasting the time machine, and the dome jumped to the ground. Click! The dome exploded instantly. Ha ha ha! On the 17th, I'm coming. Just wait obediently for me to come to you. A burst of hearty laughter sounded, and Cell broke out of his body. A strong and domineering aura filled the air. He instantly evolved back to his second stage form. Cell couldn't wait to find number 17 and absorb him into a complete body. White flames erupted from his body and he flew towards the south. Temple of Heaven. Gohan, what is going on? Why do so many people's auras appear? Everyone focused their attention on Son Gohan. Because he is the only one here who has been to the future time and space. Know what will happen in the future. This guy is the ultimate artificial human created by Dr. Gero using the cells of many masters. That's why everyone can sense other people's breath. Son Gohan told the general story. Asshole, Dr. Gero is really a sinner in the world. He actually used the cells of many masters to create a monster. Krillin said angrily. He had no idea that Dr. Gero would be so insane. Gohan, I haven't moved my muscles in a long time. Let me get rid of this monster. Piccolo said confidently. He is now one with the gods. The whole body is full of strength. Piccolo's confidence is back. No problem, as long as Uncle Big is happy. Son Gohan agreed immediately. Be a melon eater and you can also collect combat attributes. Why not do it? I wonder where this monster is going. We'll go watch the battle together later. Tianjin Fan and others are full of fighting spirit, even if they don't take action, they just watch the battle from the sidelines. It will also be of great help to your future practice. This kind of duel between masters is hard to come across. Okay, let's wait first. We'll wait until the monster stops before we start again. Piccolo has now completely integrated into this circle. He is no longer the arrogant big demon King Piccolo before. Number 17, number 18, where are you? Shalu shouted loudly to the sky. His mouth is like a loudspeaker, and his voice can be heard for dozens of miles around. It turned out that Shalu flew to Dr. Gero's research base. Seeing that this place has become a ruin, it was obvious that a fierce battle had taken place here. Shalu can't control so much, the information in his mind shows. At this time, Son Goku's combat effectiveness is not very high. He just wants to draw his opponent to the door. It would be best to come over on the 17th and 18th. Shalu was like a headless fly, shouting as he flew. Cyborg. The three of them, number 16, number 17, and number 18, were leisurely exploring the scenery on the mountain. Hey, what a bad luck! I gave Son Gohan a good beating as soon as he came out. Number 17 complained. The resentment in his heart has not subsided yet. Son Gohan obviously knows that our Dr. Gero transformed him to kill Son Goku. It's easy to give us a slap in the face. If it had been anyone else, I'm afraid we would have died long ago. Number 18 scolded number 17. She also didn't expect that Son Gohan would be so powerful. It doesn't match the information at all. There's so much mystery about this guy. Yes, that guy's fighting ability is really strong. We were like little children in front of him. Number 17 also looked scared when he thought about it. He thought that after being transformed by Dr. Gero, his combat effectiveness was already the ceiling on the earth. Unexpectedly, as soon as he came out, he would give Son Gohan a blow in the head. Number 16, how strong is Son Gohan in combat? Are you able to measure his combat effectiveness? Number 18 looked at number 16, who had been silent. She felt that number 16 was not that simple. Although the other party didn't talk much, and he never saw him fighting. But looking at him, he doesn't look like a failure. Have no idea. When Son Gohan fought with you, he didn't have his true fighting power at all. His combat prowess is far beyond my measurement range. Without thinking, number 16 revealed a piece of news that shocked both of them. He has the ability to sense energy. Through the energy radar in the body, the location of the designated person can be sensed, and the strength of the other person can also be sensed. Number 16 loves nature and small animals. He is an old-fashioned cyborg, entirely machine-made. Therefore, it is equipped with a lot of computer centers and mechanical equipment, and its database contains a lot of information related to Goku and other Z warriors. Isn't that true strength when you fight us? Son Gohan, I am becoming more and more curious about you. Number 18 said to herself. This is the first person who can defeat her after she was transformed. Is that guy's fighting power so strong? I understand, that bastard hasn't transformed yet. Just like Vegeta, his whole body is golden. The data shows that after the Saiyan transforms, the fighting power is 50 times the basic. Number 17 said with a face full of fear. If Son Gohan can also transform, then the fighting power will be terribly improved. No 17's forehead was covered with cold sweat. There was a feeling of escaping death. Suns are really a terrible species. Now that you put it that way, I understand. Number 18 nodded repeatedly. She finally understood that Son Gohan just didn't use heavy hands. Otherwise, they would be dead. Listen, it seems like someone is calling us. Number 18 and others stopped and listened carefully to the sound coming from the sky. She seemed to be calling her and No 17's names vaguely. Damn it! Who is this blind fellow again? Do you really think we are easy to bully? Number 17 thought they were here to cause trouble again. His anger was rising. Strange things happened one after another in the past 2 days. First, he was beaten up by Son Gohan. Then he encountered Vegeta blocking his way. Now there is another ignorant guy yelling. Let's go and take a look. Number 18 was also very curious, why someone would look for them. He had never heard of this person's voice, and it was not in the information. Who is looking for us? Number 16 did not say anything. Maybe because it was too far away, he had not sensed it yet. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. The three flew towards the source of the sound. It really proved the old saying that curiosity kills the cat. Chapter 81. Warning from Number 16. Temple of Heaven. I didn't expect this monster to be looking for artificial humans. What is Shiro looking for? Number 17 and No 18. Piccolo stood in the square of the Temple of Heaven and sensed what was happening in the lower world. This skill is the invention of the gods. He used to often observe what happened in the lower world here. Coming. Shalu saw 3 figures flying towards this side quickly from a distance. He was not sure who the visitor was. Number 17, Number 18, that person's fighting power is very strong. We don't know whether we are friends or foes, so don't risk getting close. Danger. Number 16 reminded. He can detect that the opponent's strength is above theirs. I also felt the aura of danger. What are you afraid of? It's here now. He left like this, thinking we were afraid of him. Number 17 said to Number 16. He is not a timid person. Is there any sense in running away before seeing someone? What Number 16 said makes sense, we'd better be careful. We have just been activated now, where do we have friends? This must be the enemy. How about we stay away from the edge for now and wait until then? Number 18 said to Number 17. Things were completely out of their control now. This world is full of too many unknowns. Take the incident of Son Gohan as an example, it has already sounded the alarm for her. Not everyone will be merciful to others. Now Number 16 is saying that this person is very powerful. There is no need for us to take any more risks. On the 18th, I planned to pick the soft persimmons. But I didn't expect Number 16 to say that this guy is very powerful. Okay, I'll listen to you. Number 17 also knows the concerns of Number 16 and Number 18. He didn't say anything. The minority obeyed the majority. After all, if it weren't for Number 16, Son Gohan would have given him a good beating the day before. The 3 of them changed direction and flew to the other side. But their appearance was seen by Shalu. No matter who it is, once you come, don't even think about leaving. A strong aura erupted from Shalu's body. He chased in the direction of the 3 of them. He doesn't care who comes now, he will find someone to find out first. Oops! That guy is coming after me. Number 16 reminded. He soon felt someone chasing him. Damn, I really think we are made of clay. Number 17 had no choice to escape anymore. It's too frustrating to be chased by others like this. He stopped and waited for the other party to arrive. We'll see what happens. If we really can't beat us, we'll run away. It would be too cowardly for Number 18 to think about escaping like this. Even before the fight started, he ran away instead. What young man doesn't have a strong spirit? The 3 of them stopped and waited for Shalu's arrival. GGG. It's the 17th and 18th. It's really great. Cell couldn't hide the surprise on his face when he saw androids Number 17 and Number 18. Number 16, who was standing aside, was automatically ignored by him. Holy shit, he's actually an ugly guy, When number 17 and others saw the appearance of the visitor, they looked wary. This monster is neither human nor ghost, and it looks ferocious. It seems that the person who came here is evil. This guy had such a greedy look in his eyes that he even shed tears. It's disgusting to see. Call out. Cell's speed was extremely fast, and he was in front of the artificial man in a blink of an eye. But he didn't stop and pounced on number 17. It's like a wild beast encountering its prey. He is eager to control the other person in his hands. Fuck. This bastard has no intention of stopping. The three of them saw this monster, neither human nor ghost, rushing towards them. He hurriedly ducked to one side. He, it's really great to see you. I'm really afraid that you guys will die. Shala missed. He stopped, turned around, patted his chest, and smiled obscenely at number 17 and others. He didn't expect that the stupid method he used would actually call the android number 17 he had been thinking about. This time it is possible to become a complete entity. Are you cursing us? You deserve to die, your whole family is dead. Who are you? What are you looking for us for? Do we know each other? Number 17 and number 18 complained and questioned the monster. They became wary of this monster. Number 16 said nothing, always guarding against the monster's sudden sneak attack. He could sense that the other party was in danger. Ha ha ha. I am the ultimate artificial human created by Dr. Gero, Cell. In order to find you, I traveled from another time and space. Shalu introduced himself proudly. The stone in his heart has now been relieved. As long as number 17 in this time and space doesn't die, the rest doesn't matter. What? Traveling through time and space? Your mind is going crazy. The ultimate android, Cell. I think you are a failure at best. Dr. Gro, you old bastard, you actually created a monster like you. Number 17 and number 18 looked at Shalu and said with a mocking look on his face. They had no idea that Dr. Gro still had a trump card. He even created the ultimate artificial human. It's just a failure. His brain is not normal, and he claims that he has traveled through time. GGG. A failure? That's impossible. As long as I absorb you, you will become a complete body. When the time comes, I will have no rivals, and dominating the entire Earth or even the entire universe will no longer be a dream. Come on, let us become one and fulfill Dr. Gro's long-cherished wish. Shalu looked at number 17 with greed in his eyes. Now, as long as you absorb the opponent, you can become a complete body. Asshole, I'm not going to be one with an ugly monster like you. Go and have your spring and autumn dreams. Number 18 looked at this monster with disdain. Didn't you expect that what Dr. Gro, an old bastard, said before he died was actually true? Ha ha ha. That's not up to you. Shalu rushed towards number 17. His goal is number 17. Arrogant, reckless guy. You're looking for death. Number 17 and number 18 were not to be outdone. The two looked at each other and rushed towards Cellul. Bang bang bang. The sound of power collisions kept coming from the sky. Waves of air broke the trees on the ground. They hit from the air to the ground. The ground was a mess, with potholes everywhere. Their fight was extremely fierce, and waves of air dispersed in all directions. All the flowers, plants, and trees were reduced to powder. Chapter 82. Cell goes all out. Temple of Heaven. Bick, what did you see? Why are the androids starting to fight? Aren't they in the same group? Klin could feel three huge energies colliding with each other on the ground. He asked a little curiously. That guy traveled through another time and space. The purpose of his coming here is to absorb artificial people and become a complete body. Piccolo briefly recounted the conversation he just heard from the artificial man. Because future Trunks also traveled through time. So he naturally believed what Shala said. Fuck. Fuck. This guy actually traveled through another time and space. He can continue to evolve. Kellen, Tianjin rice, dumplings, and Yamu coffee table were all shocked. This monster turned out to have traveled through another time and space. Let's go. As soon as Piccolo finished speaking, the person had disappeared into the Temple of Heaven. He is now confident and it's time for him to show off his skills. Everyone also flew in the direction where the androids were fighting. None of them wanted to rely too much on Son Gohan's teleportation skills. Ha ha ha! Let me show you where the gap is between us. As soon as Shala finished speaking, a powerful aura spurted out. A wave of air pushed number 17 and number 18 away. He sensed several breaths flying towards him. In order to successfully transform into a complete body, Cell decided to use all his fire power. No, it's impossible. How come your ugly monster is so powerful in combat? Number 17 and number 18 were shocked. Unexpectedly, this monster actually hid his strength. GGG. This is my true strength. Shala smiled at the two of them. The body disappeared from the spot, and when it appeared, it had already punched in front of number 18. So fast. Number 18 was shocked and had no time to react. He could only block Cell's attack with his hands. Boom! A powerful impact blasted number 18 away. Number 18, we are no match for this monster. You'd better run away first. Number 16 dodged and caught number 18, who was flying backwards. He reminded number 18. No, let's go together. I won't leave you behind. Number 18 said with determination. She won't leave anyone behind. Number 17 and number 16 are her only relatives in this world. You get out. Number 17 saw number 18 being blown away by this ugly monster. He rushed towards Shuru with an angry face, and his fists were like a storm of output. Bang bang bang! Celluloid didn't fight back and allowed no 17's small fist to hit his chest. He absorbed number 18 in another time and space and has become the second stage. Now the fight between the two is like a child fighting an adult. The more the fight continued, the more frightened number 17 became. He did not expect that this ugly monster would be so powerful in combat. His arms kept feeling sore and numb. Maybe Shala paid too much attention to number 17. Even when number 16 came behind him, he didn't notice it. Number 16 successfully grabbed Cell's tail. What? Are you a robot? Shala was shocked. He didn't expect that this big man would quietly grab his tail. The battle mode was also turned on the 16th at this time. He was a ruthless man who didn't talk much. He just grabbed Shala's tail and smashed it against the ground. Bang bang bang! Like a gopher, it hit the ground crazily. I didn't expect number 16 to be so powerful in combat. When number 18 saw number 16 grabbing Shala's tail, he started smashing it. Her eyes were filled with brilliance. Is this stupid big guy so powerful in combat? Number 17 was also shocked. I didn't expect this guy on the 16th to fight so fiercely. Lifting up Shuru means smashing him. Hell Flash Cannon! Seeing that the damage was almost done, number 16 roared. It turned 360 degrees and threw Cell into the air. He crossed his arms and pulled hard, and both wrists were torn off. It gathers the energy within the body and ejects a shock wave of concentrated power from it, which is extremely powerful. Number 16 was like a machine gun, firing a burst of fire at Salu in the air. Boom! Cell in the air was instantly swallowed up by the energy bullet. The explosion was deafening. Thick smoke billows. Come on, number 17, no 18. Number 16 shouted loudly to number 17 and number 18, who were still shocked. He knew that it was impossible to kill this monster with this little attack power. Take care. Number 17 and number 18 looked at each other. They knew that no 16's intuition was very accurate. This monster is not that easy to kill. The two did not hesitate and were preparing to flee the scene. It's not that easy to leave. Shala rushed up the stream and rushed out against the dense energy. What? Number 16 did not expect Cellul to ignore his energy attack. Seeing the other party rising to the challenge, he rushed towards him. Cell quickly broke through the energy attack range, grabbed No 16's head with one hand, and threw it out with force. Cell also spitted and said, "You bastard, who is in the way?" His palm sent out an energy bomb towards number 16 who was thrown out. Boom! Number 16 was instantly blown into pieces, and the parts fell all over the ground. The combat power of the two is not at the same level at all. Now Cell has become the second stage. It is easy to kill number 16. He just wants to kill the chicken to scare the monkey. He wants to arouse the anger of number 17 and make him fight with him. Number 16. Number 17 and number 18 saw number 16 blown into pieces. They were heartbroken. They didn't expect that their partners who had been together for 2 days would be gone just like that. Number 16 was actually beaten into pieces by this monster to cover his escape. He. The annoying flies are gone. Number 17, don't make any unnecessary struggles. After killing number 16, Cell turned around and looked at number 17 with a wretched face. He just likes this cat and mouse feeling. Cell has completely inherited this Yun's recklessness. Asshole, I want to avenge No 16. No 17's eyes were bloodshot, and he rushed towards Cell. He was now overwhelmed by anger. He had completely lost his mind. Number 17, calm down. Don't be impulsive. Number 18 saw number 17 rushing over. She wanted to stop him, but she was still too slow. Number 18 could only follow number 17, ready to support at any time. He, come on. Cell saw that number 17 had no choice but to escape. He actually delivered himself to the door. He showed a smile of success on his face. Ugly monster, die! Number 17 came in front of Cell in the blink of an eye. He blasted a full-strength attack. He also wanted to blast this damn ugly monster into slag and avenge number 16. Chapter 83. Cell successfully transforms into a perfect form. Fight with me, you are still young. An evil smile appeared on Shalu's lips. He opened his palm to catch No 17's angry punch. No, it's impossible. Number 17 did not expect that Shalu would easily receive his full blow. It was as if a basin of cold water had been poured on his heart, from head to toe. Shalu pulled hard and pulled number 17 over. Boom! A fist the size of a sandbag hit number 17 on the lower abdomen. The fight between the two was so intense that number 17 didn't react at all. He was hit hard by Shalu in the lower abdomen. Vomit! Number 17 spat out a mouthful of blood. If he hadn't had one of his hands caught by Cell, he might have flown out. Shalu let go of No 17's hand, and the other person slumped down like a pile of mud. It is obvious that number 17 has lost its combat effectiveness now. Number 17. By this time, number 18 had also come to kill him. She yelled and punched Shalu on the head. Bang! No 18's small fist hit Shalu on the head. Shalu's head didn't even move. He looked at number 18 with a disdainful expression. Go away, I'll deal with you later. Shalu punched number 18 away. Boom! No 18's body flew out like a kite with its string broken. Boom! Her body smashed into a huge rock. Number 18 spat out a mouthful of blood and looked pale. There was a look of despair on his face. Hey, my perfect body. Cell's tail expanded instantly and covered number 17. You ugly monster, what are you going to do? Hurry up and let me go. The screams of number 17 continued to be heard. He has now been half devoured by Cell's tail. Number 17. Number 18 yelled angrily. He forced his body to point at Cell's tail, which was an energy bomb. She wanted to blow the monster's tail off. Ha. Cell simply ignored No 18's energy attack. He sucked hard and swallowed the entire body of number 17 in an instant. Boom! A beam of energy rose from the sky. A powerful wave of air swept across the entire battlefield in an instant, and the energy bomb blasted by number 18 was also blown away. The entire Earth could not bear this huge force and began to shake violently. The sky was covered with dark clouds and there was lightning and thunder. The entire planet's weather has been disrupted. The sea water kept lapping at the shore. Number 18 was in complete despair and collapsed to the ground. Now number 16 and number 17 are dead. Her fate next can be imagined. Fuck. This power is... Tianjin Fan and others stopped flying, cold sweat dripping from their foreheads. Piccolo was starting to feel some regret now. If only I hadn't been so arrogant just now and used Gohan's teleportation to rush to the battlefield. Cell may not absorb the android to become a complete body. Now this breath is still rising. Gohan, let's use teleportation to get there. If it's too late, unnecessary trouble may arise. Klin was shocked inside. This terrifying aura completely overwhelmed him. If Son Gohan hadn't been here, Krillin might have been so scared that he collapsed to the ground. Everyone held hands and waited for Son Gohan to be teleported. Let's go. Son Gohan said something and disappeared with everyone. A ball of white arrogance surged out of Shalu's body. His appearance and form began to change. Evolution is completed in an instant. Complete body. He formed wings, with his tail retracted into the wings, which can be used to release little cellulite, and can still be extended and absorbed by others if cellulite himself wishes. His feet are like human feet, and his face is not much different from that of humans. Ha ha ha! Is this the perfect body? This power is really awesome. Shalu clenched his hands, feeling the fighting power surging within his body. He happily threw a set of one-piece punches. Move around with this new form. You monster must die a happy death. After number 18 saw Shalu absorbing number 17, his whole person felt like he had been reborn. The pressure made it difficult for her to breathe. GGG. Number 18, don't you just want to anger me and kill you? I will help you now. Anyway, I have become a complete body now, and you have no value in using me. Cellul, who had become a complete body, looked proud. It didn't matter whether number 18 existed or not. His fingers began to gather energy, and he blasted towards number 18. Shalu plans to end the life of number 18. Seeing this situation, number 18 slowly closed his eyes and waited for death to come. She has completely given up resistance now. Just at the critical moment. Brush. The figures of Son Gohan and others appeared in front of number 18. It turns out that they used teleportation skills to teleport here. What a coincidence, Son Gohan teleported to the front of number 18. As soon as his figure appeared, he felt a wave of energy rushing towards him. Looking for death. Son Gohan used a backhand to knock away the death beam. Tien Shinyan and the others were stunned. I didn't expect to be attacked as soon as I teleported here. Fortunately, Gohan is strong, otherwise it would be dangerous. This voice is Son Gohan. 18 thought she was hallucinating. She opened her eyes suddenly and saw Son Gohan's strong body blocking her. Why did Son Gohan appear here? Is he here to save me? Yo, it's better to come early than to come at the right time. You are lucky to feel the overwhelming and terrifying combat power. When Cell saw the sudden appearance of Son Gohan and the others, he knocked away his energy bomb again. He was a little surprised, but soon relieved. Now that the perfect form has been completed, the combat power is the ceiling of this earth. Now I want to try the terrifying power of this perfect form, and their appearance is just right. Ha ha ha, today I will also let you see how powerful the Super Namekian is. Pico is also full of fighting spirit now. After he merged with the gods, he had not used this powerful energy. Now is the perfect time to show off his skills. Let's leave here. Son Gohan squatted down and carried number 18 away from the battlefield in a princess hug. No 18's eyes widened. She didn't expect Son Gohan to pick her up without her consent. After all, she was still a girl and had never had close contact with the opposite sex. Number 18 smelled a good smell in Son Gohan's arms, and her heart was like a deer beating wildly. No man had ever hugged her like this since she was a child. No 18's face flushed with shame. When everyone saw the android number 18 for the first time, they were all shocked by her beauty. Seeing Son Gohan holding a beautiful woman, they were all envious and jealous. Everyone flew away from the battlefield. The battle between Piccolo and Cell was about to break out. Chapter 84. Bic, I didn't expect you to be my whetstone. Cellul looked at Piccolo with fighting spirit and said. He has not yet become familiar with the full body form. Now is the time to practice with Piccolo. Don't talk nonsense, it's not certain who will be whose whetstone. Piccolo also looked confident. Now after merging with the gods, there is a very powerful energy in the body. He rushed towards Shalu. A punch hit the opponent's face. Cell used strange movement skills to avoid Piccolo's attack, and swept the opponent with a side leg. Boom! Piccolo raised his hand to block Saradu's leg. A wave of air spread instantly. It can be seen that the strength of this kick is not small. Bang bang bang! The two instantly struggled with each other. They are all testing the opponent's fighting ability. Ding! 1 million combat power attributes are dropped from the front. Drops combat power attribute plus 1 million. As soon as the battle started, system notifications kept coming from Son Gohan's mind. The corners of his mouth turned up slightly. It turned out that everyone found a small mountain peak and became a melon-eating crowd. Son Gohan no longer paid attention to this battle. Anyway, he could collect the combat power later. He saw number 18 in his arms covering his lower abdomen with one hand, looking very painful. An energy surged out of Son Gohan's palm and penetrated into No 18's body, repairing the opponent's injuries. So comfortable. Number 18 could only feel the energy in Son Gohan's hand moving through her body, which felt so comfortable. Her injuries were recovering at a speed visible to the naked eye. The pain in her lower abdomen slowly disappeared, and all her strength was restored. Son Gohan, thank you. I'm ready, please let me down. Number 18 said with a blushing face. She never thought that she would have the attitude of a little woman now. If number 17 saw this scene, he would definitely crawl out of Cell's stomach. I have just been devoured by the enemy. Is it appropriate for you to be like this on the 18th? Son Gohan put number 18 down. Just continue to watch this battle. Bang bang bang. The battle between Cell and Piccolo started from the ground to the air. The figures of the two people kept flashing. One after another the impact force collides. The small hills on the ground were instantly shaken into powder. Good, great fighting ability. I didn't expect that after Piccolo and God merged, their power would reach this level. Are all aliens' talents so abnormal? Saru's fighting ability is also very strong, and the two of them fought equally. Tianjin rice, dumplings, Yamuti and Kellen are all dazzling. I didn't expect that the fighting power of these two people would be so terrifying. Their auras were not chaotic at all, and it was obvious that they were not fighting with all their strength. Because of Son Gohan's appearance, Krillin and number 18 did not interact. This is their first meeting. Bick, the warm-up has been completed. Let's do our best. Cell said to Piccolo. He hadn't enjoyed such a hearty battle for a long time. Is the show about to begin? Pick them all up. Son Gohan thought silently in his heart. The combat power attributes on the ground poured into him crazily, leaving him with limbs covered with bones. The fighting power keeps soaring. Ha ha ha, so enjoyable. That's what I mean, let me show you my true strength. Piccolo is also full of fighting spirit, and he hasn't fought in a long time. The old feeling of being the protagonist is back. He clenched his fists and his body floated in the air. A powerful force surged out of his body. Piccolo's body emitted a cyclone like a five-pointed star, which was always surrounding him. A terrifying wave of air struck everyone. Everyone stood up and stepped firmly on the ground to prevent being blown away by the wave of air. What a terrifying power! Is this the true strength of two people combined? We will definitely be able to defeat the androids this time, Cell. Klin and others were very surprised. I didn't expect Piccolo's aura to be so powerful. They had only felt this powerful aura from the Son Goku and others. Okay, let me also let you feel what overwhelming power is. Ah! A dull sound came from his throat. Shalu clenched his fists, and a violent and terrifying aura surged out of his body. Waves of air swept across the entire battlefield instantly. It's like a typhoon. Klin and others were pushed away by the wave of air. Number 18 is also unsteady and about to fly out. Son Gohan hugged her waist. Number 18 will not be blown away. Her face was like a red apple. What a terrifying power! Cold sweat broke out on Piccolo's forehead. He felt an unprecedented sense of oppression from Shalu. Is this the true strength of Cell? Boom! A golden arrogance erupted from Shalu's body. It's like a Sun after transformation. Super Sun! Everyone said in unison. They both saw surprise in each other's eyes. This mighty force can only be felt in Suns. I didn't expect that this monster could transform. How is it? This is the Sun Cell. I didn't expect the combat power to be improved so much. Cell said with a proud look on his face. He felt this mighty breath and was also shocked. This was the first time he used this power. Asshole, go to hell! Piccolo's body burst out with a strong breath. He rushed towards Cell. He didn't want to talk nonsense with the other party. He just wanted a sweaty battle. Today I will let you see my true strength. Cell's eyes were also shining, and he rushed towards Piccolo. He was eager to fight, and the blood in his body began to boil. The Sun's competitive spirit was also inherited by Cell. Boom! The two were like Mars hitting the Earth. A powerful impact force spread instantly. The ground instantly burst into cracks, deep and bottomless. Bang bang bang! The two chased each other in the air. From time to time, the dull sound of power collision could be heard in the air. Ding! A combat attribute of 1 million is dropped in front. Combat attribute plus 1 million. The system prompts kept ringing in Son Gohan's mind. Pico, let me show you my moves. Magic light cannon. Cell roared, and his hands touched his forehead. The energy was completed instantly, and he blasted towards Piccolo. There was no need to condense the energy for a long time like Piccolo did. Cell's use was the most perfect. Boom! Piccolo screamed, and was caught off guard, and his chest was instantly pierced. He spat out a mouthful of blood. Chapter 85. Heavenly Temple. The door of the Spirit Time Room slowly opened. Two powerful auras filled the entire Heavenly Temple. Son Goku and Vegeta walked out from inside. Their clothes were tattered, but they were full of energy. Son Goku is now maintaining the form of a Super Saiyan. He has not yet reached the full power form. Son Goku wants to slowly get used to this form, so as to get the lowest energy consumption. Because he found that becoming a Super Saiyan requires a lot of energy to maintain this form. Hey, where is everyone? Are the androids making trouble again? Son Goku said to himself. He began to sense the breath of the earth. He found that Piccolo was fighting with a powerful breath. And the breaths of Tien Shinyan and others gathered together, and it was obvious that they were watching the battle from the side. How did Piccolo's breath become so powerful? Uncle Son Goku, you are out. Great, now the androids and Uncle Piccolo are fighting. At this time, the Earth's god Dandy came to Son Goku and greeted him. He had heard from everyone that Goku and Vegeta were training in the Spirit Time Room. Hey, Dandy, why are you here? Super Saiyan Goku scratched his head in confusion. What happened? Why is Dandy from Namek here? Whoosh! A white aura burst out from Vegeta's body and he flew towards the battlefield. He had been training in the Spirit Time Room for 2 years and felt that he was good enough again. Now it was time to save face. He must not be as procrastinating as Goku. Vegeta, you are too cunning. Goku shouted at Vegeta who was flying away. He did not expect that the other party wanted to snatch the prey from him without even saying hello. Dandy, we will talk about it later. I will rush over to help. Goku's footsteps kept jumping on the spot, and his heart was also agitated. After 2 years of hard training, he needed a sweaty battle. Son Goku said something to Dandy, and then chased after Vegeta. I hope everyone is safe. Now, under the guidance of Mr. Popo, Dandy can be like the former god. Standing in the square of the Temple of the Gods, feeling what happened in the lower world. Piccolo. When everyone saw that Piccolo's chest was pierced by the energy wave, they all rushed to help anxiously. Calm down, Uncle Piccolo can be reborn after losing his arm, they are not so easy to die. Son Gohan saw that everyone was so excited, and began to explain. Because he also has the blood of Namekians. Really? That's great. I was scared to death just now. Everyone's restless hearts calmed down. They believed Son Gohan's words unconditionally. Hey, what a strong breath! The breath of Son Goku and Vegeta. They have come out of the Spirit Time Chamber. Everyone's mood had just calmed down, and they felt 2 strong breaths coming here. 18 heard what everyone said, she knew that Son Goku was about to arrive at the battlefield. Her beautiful eyes could not help but look in the direction of Son Gohan. Her mood was complicated at this moment. Piccolo, stop pretending to be dead. I also have your cells in my body. Cell complained to the miserable Piccolo. This bastard acted so vividly, spitting out 2 mouthfuls of purple blood from time to time. If someone who didn't know about it, he would definitely be fooled by this guy. I have never seen such a shameless person. Okay, I'll show my cards. Actually, I was just pretending. Piccolo spread his hands and struggled hard, and the big hole in his chest healed instantly. He didn't expect that this monster actually had his own cells and knew everything about everyone. You bastard, you like to pretend so much, I'll let you pretend enough. Cell clenched his fists, and a white ball of light appeared on his body. The ball of light kept flashing, and his body began to split into 2, and 2 into 4. Just like the quadruplet's cell. What? Tian Xinyan's special move, the 4-body fist. I didn't expect that this monster's body also merged with Tian Xinyan's cells. Cell used the 4-body fist, as if they were twins, and their auras didn't weaken. Tian Xinyan and the others were all shocked. This is really a monster. Everyone saw that Cell's 4-body fist was also so perfect. How is it? Not scared, right? Cell smiled proudly. He just wanted to show off in front of everyone. The 4 cells surrounded Piccolo in an instant. Ha ha ha, I'm scared to death. So scared. Piccolo looked at the 4 identical cells and laughed at this guy. I've never seen such a shameless person. Take someone else's moves to show off. Qigong Cannon. The 4 cells made Tian Xinyan's signature move, and put their hands together to form a triangle shape and aimed at Piccolo. The 4 powerful energy beams from their palms blasted at Piccolo, who was surrounded in the middle. This guy Cell never plays by the rules. He doesn't even need to charge up when using other people's special moves. Having suffered a loss once, Piccolo was well prepared this time. He flew into the air with all his strength. Boom! The energy beams of the Qigong Cannon collided instantly, and a huge mushroom cloud rose into the sky. Where are you running to? Ray Eyes! Cell roared and looked up into the sky. 4 cells shot energy beams from their 8 eyes at Piccolo. A trifle. Piccolo dodged left and right in the air, avoiding the attacks of these energy beams. He had done all these by himself. This guy actually used this trick to deal with him. Go to hell. Cell saw that the ray eyes were useless against Piccolo. His palm condensed a thin disc and threw it out. This was Frisia's special move on Namek, cutting discs. What, Qi Yuan Zhan? How many people's cells did this monster fuse with? Every special move is used so skillfully. Dr. Gero, what kind of monster did this old bastard create? Everyone was deeply shocked when they saw Cell's wave of operations. I didn't expect this monster to be so powerful. Where are you running? Cell kept gesticulating below, controlling the cutting discs in the air. Piccolo kept flying in the air, trying to avoid it. But these cutting discs seemed to track him. They bit his butt tightly. Whoosh! Suddenly 2 powerful auras arrived at the scene. Celoid. Vegeta rushed into the battlefield directly. He didn't have much interaction with the Earthlings. Vegeta, Son Goku, I didn't expect you to finally show up. Cell had long felt that 2 powerful auras were coming here. He has now become a perfect body and doesn't care how many people come. You monster, accept my anger. Aha! Vegeta was ruthless and didn't say much. He exploded as soon as he came up. He instantly turned into a Super Saiyan, and his whole body was wrapped in golden flames. It was much stronger than the aura 2 days ago. It seems that the training in the Spirit Time House made him full of confidence. He felt that he was doing it again. He wanted to press the android to the ground and rub it. He rushed towards Cell. Bang, bang, bang. The 2 soon fought together. Ding, a combat attribute of 1 million is dropped in front. Combat attribute plus 1 million. The system prompts kept coming out of Son Gohan's mind. A beautiful arc appeared at the corner of his mouth. Another wave of Vegeta's leaks can be harvested. At this time, Son Goku also rushed over and landed from the air. I saw 3 identical people controlling the disc to attack Piccolo. Another one was fighting with Vegeta. What's going on? Could it be quadruplets? Chapter 86. Dad, you're out. It's great that Goku is here. Everyone gathered around Super Sailor Son Goku. None of them expected that now Son Goku would become a Super Saiyan without fighting. Number 18 also looked at Super Sailor Son Goku. Because of this man himself, he was captured by Dr. Gero and transformed into an artificial human. What exactly is going on? How did Piccolo's strength improve so quickly? Super Saiyan Son Goku watched with curiosity as he was being chased by the cutting disc. Piccolo is now in a very embarrassed state. Bic is now one with the gods, and his combat effectiveness has been greatly improved. The current Earth God is Dandy from planet Namek. Gohan invited him here using teleportation. The one fighting Piccolo is the ultimate android, Cell. This guy has cells from many people in his body, including your Sun cells. Everyone quickly explained the whole story to Son Goku. Oops, Piccolo seems like he can't hold on any longer. Suddenly, Krillin shouted loudly. Everyone looked in the direction of the battle. There is a cell fighting Vegeta right now. There are also 3 cells controlling the cutting discs. Ha ha ha. Bick, I'm going to chop you into pieces. Cell controlled the cutting disc in the air and sped up. I'm going to help. Son Goku couldn't hold it any longer, and when he saw Vegeta, he had already handed him over. He was also very excited inside. After 2 years of hard training, I can finally see the results. As soon as he finished speaking, Son Goku rushed towards the battle. There was a burst of bombardment towards the remaining 3 Shiryu. He just wants to disrupt the opponent's rhythm. Boom boom boom. The explosion was deafening and smoke billowed. Cutting the disc was out of Seru's control. Piccolo quickly escaped from the siege. After the smoke and dust passed, Sharu was fine. Ha ha ha, Son Goku welcomes you to join. Shalu saw clearly that it was Son Goku who attacked him. He had a smile on his face. Is this man who has made the Red Ribbon Army afraid of him finally taking action? If Son Goku didn't exist, maybe Dr. Gero wouldn't have created himself. Sharu is like the big winner in life now, and he wants to challenge 3. This 4-body boxing is really great. With the addition of Vegeta and Son Goku, Piccolo's pressure is greatly reduced. He rushed towards Shalu. Bick, you are too naive. I just did it to tease you. Shalu said with a playful smile. He raised his hand and pointed at Piccolo, who was flying over, and the crazy death beam was launched. Boom boom boom. Beams of energy beams hit Piccolo's body. He let out a heart-rending scream. Cell wanted to kill Piccolo first, and then deal with Vegeta and Son Goku in peace. He is now fully able to control this form. What's more, a more suitable opponent has arrived now. Bick. Son Goku ducked and wanted to help. But another Shalu blocked the way. Ah! Piccolo let out a heartbreaking scream. The fighting power between the two is really very different. Cell just used Piccolo as a whetstone. Now he strikes without mercy. Call out! Son Gohan's body suddenly disappeared from the same place, and when he reappeared, he was already in front of Cell. In his subconscious memory, he saw his mentor Piccolo in danger of his life. He started to get angry. Boom! A clone of Cell was instantly hit by Son Gohan's heavy punch. Vomit! Sharu felt his eyes blurred, and there was a sharp pain in his lower abdomen, which made him spit out a mouthful of green liquid. What? Gohan! Am I dreaming? I'm still hallucinating. One punch will destroy a Cell clone. Everyone couldn't help but look at Son Gohan beside them. But the other party is no longer around. They haven't seen Son Gohan's movements clearly yet. The Cell clone that attacked Piccolo was hit and fell down. No 18's beautiful eyes widened. Is this Son Gohan's strength? He had been by his side just now. He appeared on the battlefield in the blink of an eye. Horrible! Cell, who was so strong, was punched by Son Gohan and bled. Judging from the opponent's appearance, he has no ability to fight anymore. If Son Gohan had not held back on him and others when they first met, I am afraid that he and others would have died long ago. What? This is not true. The other clone of Cell was completely shocked. There was a storm in his heart. He has become a perfect body, why can't he withstand Son Gohan's punch? It's impossible for Son Gohan's fighting power to be so strong. What exactly went wrong? Then Son Gohan's body flashed again. In the same way, knocked down the other clone of Cell who was still stunned. Everyone's eyes were looking in the direction of Son Gohan. Even the clone fighting Vegeta looked here. When masters fight, the most taboo is distraction. Asshole, where are you looking? Your opponent is me. Vegeta didn't care about martial ethics and punched Cell away. Then he caught up with the opponent's body at high speed, raised his hands above his head and punched Cell. Boom! Cell's other clone was like a cannonball, smashing a huge deep pit in the ground. Is this real? I'm not dreaming. Everyone wiped their eyes involuntarily. Son Gohan's magical operation really refreshed everyone's cognition. The first time can only be said to be luck, so how to explain the second time? Vegeta and Son Goku are still fighting desperately with a clone of Cell. And Son Gohan beat 2 clones of Cell and made them lose their fighting power with one move. Gohan. Piccolo saw that Son Gohan had already beaten 2 clones of Cell. As soon as he relaxed, he fell from the sky. Uncle Piccolo. Son Gohan teleported and caught Piccolo, who was about to fall to the ground. He slowly put Piccolo on the ground and put his hands on him. A stream of energy penetrated into Piccolo's body, repairing the injuries in his body at a speed visible to the naked eye. Bang! Because both of Cell's clones were seriously injured by Son Gohan. One of the clones was also hit by Vegeta. Cell, who was fighting with Son Goku, summoned 3 clones to return to his body. After returning to his body, Cell punched Son Goku away. He turned around and looked at Son Gohan, his eyes as fierce as a venomous snake. Chapter 87. He, I didn't expect that Tien Shinyan's trick would work perfectly in your hands. Son Goku has a low EQ and didn't notice Cell's eyes at all. He said with admiration. Son Goku had learned Tien Shinyan's 4-body fist at the World Martial Arts Conference. Tien Shinyan used this move to divide the power of the main body into 4 parts. After Cell's improvement, the 4 clones all have the strength of the main body. He. Son Goku, are you surprised by this? Try my move again. Kamehameha Kai Gong. Cell performed Son Goku's signature move, the starting form of Kamehameha Pa. Energy was constantly condensed in his hands. After his clone returned to the main body, he didn't have to focus on 4 things at once. Fighting with one heart and one mind, his strength was greatly improved. Cell, who was accumulating power, narrowed his eyes and looked in the direction of Son Gohan involuntarily. It seems that Son Gohan is the hidden boss, and his fighting power is unfathomable. Just one punch destroyed his 2 clones. Son Gohan also sensed Cell's gaze and looked over at him. The 2 people's gazes collided in the air. Pick them all up. Son Gohan didn't care about Cell's thoughts, collecting the combat power attributes was the most important thing. He muttered in his heart. The combat power attributes on the ground poured into his body like a river. Stop it, you bastard, the earth can't bear this energy. Son Goku was shocked when he saw Cell constantly accumulating power. If this Kamehameha wave hit the earth, the entire planet would disintegrate instantly. Cell seemed to have not heard it and continued to accumulate power. Fuck! What does this bastard want to do? Is he going to die with us? It's over. With such a huge amount of energy, the earth will be destroyed. Is he going to die now? Is it so unresigned? Everyone saw the energy condensed in Cell's hand, and their foreheads were covered with cold sweat. They were trembling with fear, and their hearts were occupied by fear, and they had completely lost the ability to think. The Taishan collapsed in front of them, but their faces did not change. The elk rose to the left, but their eyes did not blink. 18 noticed that Son Gohan had a calm expression, and looked calm. Her heart seemed to have settled down. Was this a sense of security? Damn it! Vegeta's forehead was bulging with veins, and his face was full of anger. He didn't expect that the androids were even crazier than him. What on earth did this guy want to do? Cell, you lunatic! Come at me if you have the guts! Son Goku yelled and cursed. His body flew into the air. Son Goku hoped that Cell would blast the Kamehameha wave into the air. Wave! Cell ignored Son Goku's behavior and blasted the energy beam in his hand towards Son Gohan. He had felt the dangerous aura since Son Gohan destroyed 2 clones with one punch just now. It turned out that the most terrifying opponent was Son Gohan. You bastard! Goku in the air was helpless and cursed at Cell. It's over. I didn't expect this bastard to be so cruel. Seeing Cell blasting a huge Kamehameha wave at him. Everyone was shocked and their faces changed. Kamehameha. 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 A deep voice sounded, and Son Gohan also started the Kamehameha wave. Everyone focused their eyes on Son Gohan. They forgot that there was a powerful master sitting beside them. Hope was rekindled in everyone's hearts again. This boy who created miracles took action. Boom! 2 huge energy beams collided. A strong breath blew away all the people around Son Gohan. Ding! The combat power attribute dropped by 1 million. The combat power attribute dropped by plus 1 million. An impact force turned the surface soil of the ground into powder. It turned out that Son Gohan blasted back with the largest Kamehameha wave. After Cell's energy beam was pushed back by Son Gohan's energy beam. Impossible, I am the strongest in the world. Cell madly input energy beams, but it was in vain. Son Gohan's energy beam was unstoppable and instantly pushed the opponent's energy beam back. No, impossible. Cell's body was instantly hit by the energy beam. He let out a heart-wrenching scream. Is this a win? We didn't die. Great. Gohan saved us again. Everyone was buried alive by the powder on the ground. Everyone sat up and shook their heads to get rid of the dust in their hair. Observing that the surroundings had become ruins, everyone felt like they had escaped death. Son Gohan created a miracle again. SHH, it's so dangerous, I was scared to death just now. Son Goku shook off the cold sweat on his forehead with his hand, and the big stone in his heart was also put down. I didn't expect Gohan's power to increase so terrifyingly. Puh, puh, puh. Asshole. At this time, Vegeta also sat up from the dirt pile. He spit out the dust in his mouth and cursed angrily. I never thought that this brat Son Gohan would have such a terrifying fighting power. He hadn't transformed yet, but he had already become a Super Saiyan and was able to defeat this monster. Hey, Cell's breath hasn't disappeared yet. Piccolo quickly reacted, and he sensed Cell's breath. I didn't expect this bastard to have such a strong vitality. Cell could survive such a huge energy attack. Everyone looked up into the air and saw a shocking scene. Cell was in a very bad state now, with varying degrees of injuries on his body. One leg and one arm disappeared without a trace. It was obvious that they were blown away by the energy wave. How is this possible? How can your power be so strong? Cell was so angry that his whole body trembled. The data showed that Son Goku was the strongest. I never thought that Son Gohan in this time and space would be several times stronger than Son Goku. It seems that my guess was correct. Son Gohan is the key to this battle. Cell was just testing Son Gohan's strength. He was almost blown away by the opponent. Nothing is impossible. You are destined to die today. Son Gohan looked at Cell with sharp eyes and said expressionlessly. He is now comparable to the level of Super 2 in his normal state. Arrogant. That was not my true strength just now. Cell cursed. His face was ferocious, as if he was constipated. The muscles of the broken legs and arms were wriggling, and arms and feet grew out of the broken arms and feet in an instant. The injuries on his body were also completely healed. Can this monster still increase its strength, /? Is it not trying to scare us? But the cells of Namek are too abnormal. Those who were injured so badly can recover instantly. Even broken arms and legs can grow out. Everyone was envious and jealous after seeing this. No one took Cell's words about being able to improve combat effectiveness seriously. Even if this monster is more powerful, don't we still have Gohan? Now Son Gohan has been deified in front of everyone. Wherever he is, everyone feels safe. There is no enemy he cannot defeat. Son Gohan, I will show you my true strength. Cell clenched his fists and roared to the sky. A wave of energy rushed into the sky. The sky was covered with dark clouds, lightning, and thunder. The whole planet was shaking violently. The people on the earth were very frightened. Is this the end of the world? How terrifying! A wave of energy instantly enveloped the earth. Chapter 88. One Punch Man Son Gohan. What a terrifying fighting power! I didn't expect what Cell said was true. He can actually improve his fighting power. But with Gohan here, we are safe. Everyone was shocked by Cell's aura at first. But on second thought, Gohan's fighting power is also unfathomable. Cell will definitely not be able to beat Gohan. Damn it, this bastard actually hid his strength. Vegeta clenched his fists with an angry face. I didn't expect this monster to be so powerful. I, Prince Vegeta, can't lose. It must be that I haven't practiced enough. I must work harder next time. Great, great, I didn't expect Cell's fighting power to be so strong. Son Goku also looked happy. I didn't expect the fighting power of the androids to be so strong. This Dr. Gero is really amazing. How is it? This is my true strength. After Cell improved all his fighting power, he showed off this terrifying power with a proud look on his face. But reality soon slapped him in the face. He didn't see any shocked expression on Son Gohan's face. You're bragging about this power. You've never seen the world. I'll let you see my strength. Aha! Son Gohan said with a look of contempt. He clenched his fists and burst into air instantly. A burst of energy rushed up into the sky, and the whole earth trembled. The impact spread in all directions. The soil that was just sealed into powder by the energy wave was blown away in an instant. White flames gushed out of his body. It was just like the form in which old Kai King God stimulated the potential in Son Gohan's body in the anime. Smelly boy, I don't believe your fighting power can be stronger than my perfect form. I am now in the most perfect form. Both strength and speed have been improved by 100%. Cell rushed towards Son Gohan. He thought that his strength was far superior to Son Gohan. He was the ultimate android, and there was no way he would lose to a human. Son Gohan also punched. The two fists collided directly. Crack! Cell's arm was instantly broken. Son Gohan's figure did not move at all. Ding! 1 million combat power attribute dropped in front. On my hand, you bastard! Cell screamed while holding his broken arm. He did not expect Son Gohan's power to be so strong. His arm was broken after just one punch. This combat power is too strong. One punch broke Cell's arm. This completely crushed the opponent. Gohan's strength has become stronger again. Even if he didn't transform into a Super Saiyan, he was so terrifying. If he became a Super Saiyan, how terrifying would his combat power be? Everyone sighed one after another. No one cared whether Cell had a broken arm. They all looked envious and jealous. Why are people so different? How many years has Son Gohan practiced? His combat power has increased so terrifyingly. 18 was also completely shocked by Son Gohan's domineering aura. Now Son Gohan's figure is infinitely elevated in her heart. She didn't expect him to be such a monster. Damn it, I am the strongest. Cell tore off Son Gohan's broken arm. Throwing away the broken arm like throwing away garbage. Then a new arm grew out of the broken arm. Fuck. Having the ability to regenerate is willful. This monster tore off his arm without blinking. He is so cruel to himself. He is really a cruel person. Everyone watching the battlefield felt pain when seeing Cell's operation. Everyone was sighing at Cell's ferocity. Ah! Cell frantically increased his strength, and his muscles bulged all over his body, like a muscular man. In the anime, Future Trunks only pursued strength with this move, but his speed decreased instead. Even if the power is strong, it is futile if he can't hit the enemy. Now Cell was stunned and completely lost the ability to think. He desperately increased his strength just to defeat Son Gohan. Cell rushed towards Son Gohan again. Fuck! This muscle is stronger than Master Mutan's. Is this monster's power endless? How can he still increase his strength? This aura is too strong. Everyone was shocked by Cell again and again. Is this really the technology that humans can have? He actually created a terrifying monster. Son Gohan, give me your life. Fight, fight, fight. Cell used a set of Wolf Fang Wind punches, and attacked Son Gohan like a storm. But Son Gohan easily blocked his attack. Ding, combat attribute plus 1 million. Combat attribute plus 1 million. As the two began to fight, Son Gohan's mind kept ringing the system prompt. Cell gritted his teeth and increased his speed to the extreme. Son Gohan kept dodging left and right, but Cell's attack didn't even touch his clothes. You bastard, how could you be so fast? Are you going to be a turtle with your head turned away? You can't beat me like this. Cellulite looked ferocious and shouted at Son Gohan. He was completely confident that he could knock down Son Gohan with one punch. But the premise is that you have to let yourself hit. Cell thought that Son Gohan was afraid of his own power, so he blindly avoided his attacks. That's why he taunted Son Gohan, hoping to provoke Son Gohan into fighting him. Salu, it's not that I am fast, it's that you are slowing down. You are blindly pursuing power, but your speed has slowed down. No matter how powerful you are, what's the use if you can't hit the opponent? Son Gohan explained while dodging. He also wants to show off in front of others. Comment on the other person's shortcomings like a master chef. Son Gohan, stop fooling around. If you get hit by me once, you're dead. Cell couldn't listen to what Son Gohan said at all. He was now overwhelmed with victory. If you don't listen to the old man's words, you will suffer the consequences. I'll also show you my strength and speed. As soon as Son Gohan finished speaking, his body disappeared from where he was. When he appeared, he was already in front of Shalu and punched him hard in the abdomen. Bang! Everyone was beating up Sharu's back. If it weren't for his body's flexibility, it might have been punctured. Sharu's body flew backwards 2 meters away, his feet pressing against the ground to cushion the impact. His feet plowed 2 deep furrows into the ground. Damn this bastard, he seriously injured me with just one punch. Vomit. Shalu kept vomiting wildly, spitting out green liquid in big mouthfuls. His steps were shaky and he might fall down at any time. Sharu panicked and felt like he was about to collapse. His stomach was churning, and he tried not to vomit. Chapter 89. Cell, destroy. Poof. Cell blocked his mouth with both hands to prevent himself from vomiting. But he couldn't help it and vomited number 17. No. Cell's breath dropped instantly. His body also slowly changed and returned to the second stage. Number 17. Number 18 saw Cell vomit number 17. She was ecstatic. She didn't expect to see her brother again. Damn, how did this stinky kid practice? One punch actually turned this monster back to its original form. Vegeta saw Son Gohan showing his power. He was so angry that he almost vomited blood. Why didn't he defeat this monster? What? Cell's perfect form has collapsed. And his breath has also dropped. Gohan, this power in your body is really getting stronger and stronger. He actually punched this monster back to its original form. Everyone's eyes were shining. Son Gohan brought them too many surprises. As long as he is there, it is safe. No matter how powerful the enemy is, he can easily kill it. The image of Son Gohan is infinitely elevated in their hearts. It was Piccolo who had a keen eye for talent, who could actually see the potential of Son Gohan and teach him to be a terrible monster. Son Gohan. Cell gritted his teeth and called out Son Gohan's name word by word. His heart had reached the edge of anger. The perfect form that had just traveled through time and space was collapsed by this bastard's punch. It is conceivable that Cell is now in a state of madness. He rushed towards Son Gohan, wishing to pull out his tendons and skin him. Don't overestimate your own abilities. Son Gohan kicked the rushing Cell away with one foot, and the other party came quickly and left even faster. No! Cell screamed, he was now overwhelmed by anger. He even forgot that the perfect form was not a match for Son Gohan, not to mention that this was only his second form. Son Gohan's figure flashed, and he grabbed one of Cell's legs at a high speed and smashed it on the ground. Bang, bang, bang! Huge deep pits were smashed on the ground. Cell screamed heartbreakingly. He now regretted why he had to cross time and space to pursue the perfect form. He didn't expect that the Son Gohan of this time and space would be so perverted. The perfect form of the ultimate android was not his opponent. Gohan, it's too cruel, but I like it. I didn't expect he has such a violent side. The onlookers felt pain when they saw Son Gohan grabbing one of Cell's legs and smashing it on the ground. They didn't expect that Cell was completely vulnerable in Gohan's hands. It was like an adult bullying a child. Cell, I will relieve your pain now. Magic Flash. Son Gohan turned 360 degrees and threw Cell into the air. He raised his hands above his head and condensed a huge energy beam to blast Cell in the air. No! The energy beam instantly swallowed Cell, leaving only a scream. Cell's body slowly melted under the huge energy beam. Even the core of his head was completely destroyed. If he wanted to be resurrected, he could only seek the help of the Dragon Ball. After the energy beam dissipated, Cell had turned into a speck of dust in the universe and scattered with the wind. Cell never dreamed that he would be killed by Son Gohan after crossing time and space to pursue the perfect body. Yet, we won. The Earth is finally saved. Gohan, well done. Everyone laughed and celebrated that Son Gohan had saved the Earth again. Pick them all up. The combat power attributes on the ground rushed into his body crazily. The combat power was also constantly improving. 17. As soon as the battle ended, 18 shouted anxiously. She rushed to the battlefield to check the injuries of 17. The unconscious 17 was covered with wounds, but fortunately he was still breathing. Son Gohan, help me save 17. 18 looked at Son Gohan pitifully and said. She knew that the other party had the ability to heal. As long as Son Gohan took action, there was no injury that could not be cured. No problem. Gohan squatted down and put his hands on number 17. A burst of energy instantly penetrated into the other's body, slowly repairing the injury and strength. Number 18 was very excited to see that Gohan was willing to save number 17. In the blink of an eye, number 17 was revived with full blood, and he looked at Gohan and number 18 in a daze. Number 18. Where am I? What is going on? Wasn't I swallowed by that ugly monster? Number 17 was full of questions as soon as he woke up. What happened? This is what happened. Number 18 was ecstatic and told number 17 the whole story. Everyone came to Gohan at this time. Gohan, good job. Piccolo patted Gohan's shoulder with relief and smiled. This is the disciple he taught. Cell phone, come out and die. Vegeta roared at number 17 and number 18. It was these two bastards who made him lose face. He has been training in the spirit time chamber for 2 years, and now it's time to save face. Vegeta, wasn't the lesson you gave me last time enough? It's only been 2 days since we last met, and you're itching again. Number 17 was swallowed by Cell, not knowing that Vegeta's strength was different from before. He was full of sarcasm and disdain towards Vegeta, who was just a defeated opponent. He was beaten up by that ugly guy just now, and then swallowed by the other party. He hasn't swallowed this breath yet, and Vegeta dared to come and make trouble. He really doesn't know how to live or die. Number 17, calm down. Number 18 immediately stopped No 17's behavior. She just saw Vegeta's battle and Cell's battle. She knew that the other party's strength had been greatly improved. Now number 17 will definitely not get any advantage. Maybe he will be humiliated by the other party. I have a bad temper. If number 18 hadn't stopped me, I would have beaten you to pieces. Number 17 said angrily. He thought that number 18 was giving everyone face. After all, they just saved him from Cell. Number 17 thought that Vegeta and Son Gohan and others must be in the same group. Number 18 was speechless when she heard No 17's provocative words. She held her forehead with one hand. My silly brother, it was you that I stopped, not letting others hit you. How could you misunderstand what I meant? We are siblings, okay? How come there is no tacit understanding? You bastard, I'm going to kill you. Aha! Vegeta instantly turned into a Super Saiyan. He didn't stand this bird's anger. Do you think I'm still the Vegeta from 2 days ago? Seeing this situation, everyone didn't know what happened. What deep hatred do these two have? Number 17 and number 18 don't look like vicious androids. And Gohan also rescued them. These two androids really didn't see them doing anything bad. What's going on? Vegeta, I'm not afraid of you. Number 17 immediately went into battle mode. The scene was filled with tension. Chapter 90. The solution between men, fight if you don't agree. Number 18 was speechless when he saw the look of his silly brother. If you want to fight, then fight. It seems that there is no way to avoid fighting. Gohan, what is going on? What should we do? Everyone was confused by Vegeta and the androids. Which young man nowadays doesn't have a little arrogance? The fastest solution between men is to fight if you don't agree. Son Gohan said with an air of old-fashionedness. In fact, he was very happy in his heart. Another wave of combat power can be harvested. The fastest solution between men is to fight if you don't agree. Gohan is right, if you don't agree, then fight. Let's make some room for them. Everyone is also a warmonger, and they all think that what Son Gohan said makes sense. Men are so simple, just fight. Piccolo and others flew away from the battlefield. Number 18 did not leave. She decided to fight side by side with number 17. Number 18, what are you doing here? I can deal with this defeated opponent by myself. Number 17 rubbed his hands and said confidently. Even after 2 days, he can still beat Vegeta. Arrogant, I'll show you how powerful I am today. Vegeta couldn't stand it anymore. He didn't expect this bastard to look down on him so much. As soon as he exerted force with his feet, the ground sank instantly. Vegeta rushed towards the two people like an arrow from a string. Come on, let me show you how I beat you. Number 17 punched Vegeta, who was rushing over. The two huge fists collided instantly. Bang! Both of them chose to fight head-on. Number 17 was blasted back more than 10 meters away. At this time, number 18 also rushed over. Bang bang bang! The two fought together instantly. He was not like number 17 who fought head-on. Ding! A combat attribute of 1 million is dropped in front. Combat attribute plus 1 million. The battle between the three has begun, and the system prompt sound keeps ringing in Son Gohan's mind. A beautiful arc appeared on the corner of his mouth. Another wave of combat power can be harvested. How is it possible? How can Vegeta's combat power increase so quickly? I didn't expect the opponent to hit me with one punch now. Number 17 rolled over and removed the impact on his body. Quickly joined the battlefield. Bang bang bang! With the addition of number 17, no 18's pressure was greatly reduced. I didn't expect Vegeta's strength to grow to this point. She is now fast in and out, competing with the opponent in speed. Good, so powerful. I didn't expect number 17 and number 18 to cooperate so well on the battlefield. Vegeta seems to be getting braver and braver as the battle goes on. The people watching on the side commented on the three people. I didn't expect the combat power of both sides to be so strong. Get out! Vegeta roared, and he seized the opportunity to punch number 18. Number 18 didn't expect Vegeta to become braver and braver as the battle goes on, and his speed and strength will increase with the battle. She couldn't dodge in time, so she could only use her arm to block Vegeta's heavy punch. Bang! 18's body flew backwards like a kite with a broken string. 17 saw 18's body flying backwards, and his movements and strength suddenly accelerated. But Vegeta was not affected at all. He countered her moves and dealt with it easily. Cell phone, don't you want to beat me to pieces? Why don't you use some strength? Didn't you enjoy it last time? It's my turn this time. Vegeta smiled evilly. Now he can finally save face. As soon as he finished speaking, his body disappeared from the spot. When he appeared again, he was already behind 17. Bang! Ah! 17 screamed and flew backwards. Vegeta wanted to chase him. Vegeta! It turned out that 18 had been waiting for an opportunity. She blasted the energy bombs in her hand at Vegeta. Boom! Vegeta was instantly drowned by the energy bomb. The explosion was deafening, and thick smoke billowed. The three fought for hundreds of rounds, but none of them could defeat Vegeta. Instead, they were at a disadvantage everywhere. Number 18 saw it clearly, and he definitely couldn't beat Vegeta with his leg skills. Now he could only pin his hopes on infinite energy and use the energy to drain Vegeta. Number 18, I'll help you. Number 17 roared, and immediately sent out a series of energy bombs to Vegeta in the air. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. When number 17 and number 18 bombarded Vegeta crazily, the combat power attribute fell to the ground like a heavy rain. The system prompt sound came from Son Gohan's mind. He looked at number 17 and number 18 with a smile on his face. The androids were smart and wanted to use their own infinite energy to drain Vegeta. The androids are so amazing. The energy they possess seems to be endless. Maybe they have fired several thousand of them. They didn't even breathe. Something's wrong, their breath isn't chaotic at all. Obviously, their power is endless. Dr. Gero is so scary. I didn't expect he could create such a powerful android. Everyone saw Vegeta being bombarded by the androids for several minutes. They all mourned for Vegeta for a second. After seeing the bombardment for a while, number 17 and number 18 stopped their energy attacks. Everyone was also stunned looking at Vegeta in the smoke. Everyone didn't like Vegeta, so he wanted to help the androids' bombardment. The last time the Syans invaded the Earth, it was this guy and Nappa who killed and injured everyone. In addition, Vegeta has always been aloof and looked down on everyone. At the gate of the Spirit Time House of the Celestial Temple, he insulted and looked down on everyone. Everyone hoped that he would be killed by the androids so that they wouldn't be upset. Yamcha also gnashed his teeth at Vegeta. If it weren't for Vegeta, Bulma might not have left him. The explosion site still cannot escape the law of smoke without injury. The thick smoke dissipated. A figure slowly emerged. It turned out that there was a white energy shield on Vegeta's body to protect him. Even if number 17 and number 18 bombed for a while, it would be impossible to break the protective shield. No, it's impossible. Number 17 looked at Vegeta in disbelief. He never thought that the defeated opponent 2 days ago would become so terrifying now. Stop talking nonsense and die. A terrifying aura burst out from Vegeta's body. He rushed to number 17 at high speed. Bang! A heavy punch hit No 17's lower abdomen. Puff! No 17's body was like a kite with a broken string, smashing into a mountain. Boom! The soil of the mountain instantly buried number 17 alive.